Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Thursdela Thursday. Um, Hebrew couldn't make it here tonight, so I'm filling in for him. Um, we got a lot of things to talk about, so just strap yourselves in, I guess, because it's going to be a long ride.
Up from the depths, 30 stories high, breathing fire, his head in the sky. Godzilla, 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 and Godzilla. Godzilla.
Hello, everybody. Noble ST here, and welcome to another edition of Thursdela Thursday. No, I'm just kidding. I can't keep up this voice forever. It's Hebrew77 here, and welcome to another edition of Thursday. Yeah, I'm your host with the most that doesn't like butter on my toast because I fucking hate toast. Hebrew77 here, along with Keith's dad. We have Saji, but he dropped off for the moment, didn't he? Didn't he? He just said, "The heck with it! I spilled hot coffee on my wee wee, so I'm going home."
He was just here, like seconds before we went live.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Feisty Kitten, you look scary, man. You look like, oh my gosh, look at that mask. It looks like Majora's mask.
Oh, that is feisty.
You know, I once called her Spicy Kitten, like Spicy Kitten Wiener Schnitzel, you know? Oh man, but that does look like Majora's mask. Oh my gosh. Do you remember playing that?
No,
Oh, really?
no, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh man, that's like one of the greatest Zelda games ever. Majora's Mask. In fact, they came back out with it in 2000 something on the Nintendo DS.
I mean, I only played like Zelda and A Link from the Past. I think that's it.
Wow. Yeah, no, if you've never played Majora's Mask, you should look it up. It's really good. It's a really good game. It's a really good adventure puzzle game.
Yeah, I'll
Man,
do that.
yeah, I mean, like, wow, it's good. You know, played it back in, I think, when did it first come out? 2001, I think. Like, it, Nintendo 64 was still making games, and I think that was like one of the last games that they came out with.
If that's it, then yeah, because I didn't own a 64 at all.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You told me about the whole GoldenEye mishap.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, hey, there's Saji. Saji, what happened?
Well, hello there, everybody. Mr. Hebrew 77, Keystad.
Did you get sucked through a portal?
You know, I actually, metaphorically speaking, I did.
Okay.
But no, right as we were about to go live, I got an important phone call and I had to take it.
Oh, okay. I get it. I get it. I do. You know, while you were gone, like we missed you, man. Like the last couple of what do you call it that we did our live streams, I had the boss from Silverhawks give you a proper intro. I
Well,
did.
you have an intro prepared for me. Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, not an intro, but like a special message.
Oh, well,
That you
see,
wouldn't be here.
you can make a special message for when I'm not here. But upon so many requests for an intro, I can't get one of those. I see what you're doing here.
Well, why are you saying GoldenEye equals GOAT? Don't you ever? That's it. I'm kicking Eddie Von Keen off the broadcast.
No, you are, huh?
Yeah, I'm putting him in timeout just for that comment.
Oh, GoldenEye.
Oh yeah, here he goes.
I mean, GoldenEye was a fantastic game. It was just horrible to sell. because it was like $90, and people wish.
Oh
cancer
yeah,
on
I
it.
remember that. It made headlines because they wanted to rate. I mean, the price of a game had been what $60 for so long,
Yeah,
$59.99 standard release for
yeah,
a
for
full. Like that would
64.
be the most you would pay unless it had some extra something or other to it, right? I mean, like a deluxe edition or something, but a standard copy shouldn't be more than $59.99. All of a sudden, GoldenEye comes out and they want to charge $30 extra for it. What was up with that?
I don't know.
Christmas. That's what was up with that. It released right before Christmas.
I didn't buy it when it first came out. I didn't pay that much for it. I paid like, I don't know, $15 to $20.
Toys R Us had it for $59.99. It just
Yeah.
Funko Land at the time for some reason decided to go up to like $90.
Whoa! Wow. Sorry, I didn't mean to be that loud about it, but damn, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. I have to mute up for just 1 minute, but
Just 1 minute.
I just
See,
need 1 minute.
He just gets here, and he's already having to mute up. Oh man.
But in my defense,
Uh-huh.
I was like, you know what, I was going to go do this before I even came back, but I was like, no, I want to get back sooner rather than later, so I'll go back and then I'll return. I'll let them know I'm back, and then I'll tell them I need to mute up. I'll go do that, and then I'll be done.
Oh, okay. All right.
We 1 minute.
We totally get it.
I just need 1 minute.
Just 1 minute. Just give him 1 minute, folks. Just 1 minute. Uh-huh. But I do want to address a comment by Feisty Kitten. There still is a Toys R Us, and here I sit. I'm up here pretending to be Noble SD, and he's from Canada, and he could probably tell you firsthand that there is some Toys R Us that are still in certain parts of Canada.
Oh, really?
Certain regions, yeah. Like I saw a video the other day. This girl, she was in Canada.
In Canada, their toys
Now,
are.
wait a minute, you're supposed to be gone, bud. You don't.
It's Toys R Us. Toys R Us.
Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness.
That was horrible.
That was.
He said, "Do you even know what he's talking about?"
I do know what he's talking about.
He kills me though. That Sadgie. He says he's gonna. First of all, he just gets here, okay, and then he says, "I'm gonna be gone," and then he's gone. And then as soon as he says he's gonna be gone, as soon as I say something, he jumps right in there and talks over me. What the heck? No, I'm just kidding, man. I'm kidding. But Keith Stat, we haven't talked about you so far. How's your day going?
My day is good. I mean, I really just worked pretty much all day. Thursdays tend to be a big day for me working. But otherwise, I can't complain. I haven't thrown any axes through any chests or anything like that, or haven't had a need to. So, I mean, there's always some negativity.
Oh man, speaking of negativity, so I get all of the stuff out for my spring cleanup and everything, and today was our trash pickup. So I'm drinking my coffee, smoking my cigarette with the other hand, and I opened my door, with the crook of my arm. Didn't spill any coffee, by the way. I was proud of myself. And then I look out my door and I'm like, I wonder if they picked it all up. So I walk around the front and I'm like, oh man, oh no, no. And I look over, right, and there's two pallets. It's like the two pallets that made up like the floor of the dog pen were still there. It's like, wait a minute. Wait. So you guys mean to tell me that you could pick up all that wood with all of its imperfections and nails and rusted metal sticking out of it and all that, but you got two big chunks of wood just laying there with like just little tiny nails and you couldn't pick that up? Like, I mean, really? I mean, I don't know if it's because they were just too wide to fit in the back of that great big whatchamadoodle thing in the back of their truck or what, but I don't think that was the case. Do you?
No, I don't see why you wouldn't pick it up.
I mean, they usually have 2 trucks to go down through there on the big cleanup day, so I just don't get it.
What I tend to do if I drop anything down that's bigger than like a trash bag, I usually leave a gift for my for the workers.
Like a 20 bag of weed or something like that.
I mean, you're really not that far off. It's more like a 6-pack of beer is what I'll usually leave, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's cool. I was thinking that, or like some J&E or Southern Comfort, or I don't know.
No. I remember when I worked for the city of Heron on the back of a trash truck.
Johnny Walker Black Label.
We once found like a 6-pack of beer and a whole stack of Playboys. Like there was a whole stack of vintage Playboys just right on top of the trash can lid, as though here you go, And I was like, wow. I was like 18 at the time, so I was like,
so you found some bush hiding in the bush, huh?
Right? Yeah.
That's interesting.
That was my one and only like story for when I worked at the back of the trash truck.
Gotcha. Well, you literally.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine. I want to hear what you got to say.
I forgot. I also found a stack of records, and every single one of those records were Rush. So I found a good amount.
So did you listen to them? Did you become a Rush fan?
Oh, I definitely became a Rush. I was a Rush fan before that, though.
So did you consider it a good find then?
Well, yeah.
All right. Do you still have the records to this day?
No.
Dang.
Yeah.
But interesting.
There was nothing wrong with them. I mean, so yeah,
besides the fact that they were Rush. I mean, yeah, you're right.
But no, I think that Keith's dad's onto something there. I think people do leave things onto their trash for them to find. Just like here's for doing a good job. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, and they don't think twice about like oh, maybe he didn't mean to leave this here. No, they know you meant to leave it there for them, and they're very thankful.
They know.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, all right. So, do you guys have anything ridiculous to talk about?
I had something that crossed my mind that I thought I should bring up on a show, and I don't want to get too deep into it.
No, because we have a whole Star Trek marathon to cover. So go ahead.
Well, what do you mean a whole Star Trek marathon to cover?
Yeah, I'm going to show at least 2 Star Trek movies here tonight.
Oh, well, I thought we were actually doing a show. I actually got stuff prepared.
No, are you kidding me? Did you think we're actually going to like touch on deep subjects and talk about actual things that matter? Heck no, we're going to watch a 2-parter Star Trek show.
Oh man. Oh, well, I see you guys later. It's been real. Have fun. Enjoy the movie. Enjoy watching the movie, guys.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. No, go ahead, man. Spill your guts. Come on now. This is a show. This is a man show. Hey, do you remember the Man Show?
Oh, yeah.
The manly man show.
Girls jumping on trampolines.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, can you imagine even trying to put that show out today?
Oh, it would
never
make it.
Never.
No.
It could not happen. I mean, look at Joe Rogan now.
Yeah.
he talks to vaccination doctors all day long, for crying out loud.
For crying out loud.
But still isn't convinced to go get it himself.
Yeah. I don't even want to get into that conversation.
No, but I'm just stating the facts.
YouTube will shut us down faster than you could say flying frisbee.
Oh yeah, faster than you can say Godzilla versus King Kong, my friend.
Oh yeah. Faster than you could say I shit my underwear while running a marathon and then that made my nipples bleed.
Faster than you can say that that's way too much information and I wish you wouldn't have shared it with me.
Faster you could say I ate a ton of Cheerios until I realized when I got to the bottom of my bowl that they were all moldy and then there was a bunch of wobbles in there.
Fast as you can say, call 911 because you're definitely screwed, man.
Dude, did I tell you guys about the 6 months expired noodles I ate?
No. What did you do to somebody you hate? Throw in a tape of NWA? Eat some old noodles you hate? I don't know. What did you say?
No. I think I told Keith's dad about this. But
Yeah, you told me about it.
So, like, I went to this international food store.
Uh-huh.
And usually I get, like, spinach noodles. But they didn't have any spinach noodles. So I found these egg noodles that were, like, garlic noodles or something. And I got some other noodles. I don't know what the hell they were, but they were crap.
Well, why did people think garlic is the answer to everything?
It is.
I know, but really the answer is just having garlic. I mean, you can buy everything and have garlic. Yeah.
Because you eat raw garlic. Do you really like eating raw garlic, Saji?
No, I buy minced garlic and garlic powder more often than I buy fresh garlic.
Yeah, but minced powder and all that, when it's processed and they dry it out and they go through all the stuff, it takes out all the benefits, takes all of the nutrients and stuff.
Huh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I digress. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't
even know it was garlic flavored. Like I had no idea. Like I thought they were actually spinach egg noodles.
Okay, so you weren't expecting the hint of garlic.
But it wasn't even that. It's like, so I go to cook them, and when I put them down in the boil, I smelled like this sort of musty sort of odor coming from them, and I'm like, okay, I guess spinach noodles must have that smell nowadays.
Right.
So I didn't even really think about it. So then
nowadays, like 3 years ago.
Well, I don't know. I
mean, those noodles have been sitting on the shelf since Belle Biv DeVoe was on tour, my friend.
Well, that's the thing is like, I didn't know that at the time.
Right.
So I'm cooking them, and I had all my vegetables all cooked up in the microwave, like I usually do, and so I'm like, I got all my shrimp and my spinach and my broccoli, and it's all cooked up in the microwave. And
all right.
So then the noodles got done. I'm dishing out the noodles, and I still smell kind of an odor, but I ignored it, and I put my vegetables on there in my bowl and stuff. And then
because if you ignore it, it'll just go away, right?
Well, no, I just didn't really.
No, I mean that's our logic at that moment. You're like, well,
right?
Shit, it'll if I ignore it, it'll probably just go away. You're not really thinking that you're causing it. You're thinking it's incidental, right?
Right. When I tested them, when I took a bite of one, it didn't taste funny. It didn't taste funny or anything.
You're convinced at this point that it's something else. It's not the result of your cooking.
Right.
Okay. Go ahead.
So I take a bite. I take more bites, and as I take more and more bites, I'm like, this doesn't just smell funny, but kind of tastes funny a little bit.
All right, so you're coming to the slow realization that this is that there's something is aloof, something is afoot. There's something going on here. Yeah,
something is not right.
Right. So I come to this realization, as you said, and then I go down and I'm like, okay, I'm going to go investigate this. So I knew that the package was sitting right on top of the trash. Otherwise, I would have been like, hell no. But I go to the trash.
Hell no. Yeah.
This conversation's going on a lot longer than it needs to. I'm just saying. Like I could have been done talking about this story like half a minute ago.
But what fun would that have been?
But no.
But isn't this version much more fun and interesting?
It isn't for me. It might be for the audience. I don't know.
Well, oh, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude or upset you. I was just trying to keep it, keep it going. I'm sorry. I won't interrupt you any further.
So I doubt that. But no.
I know. Me too, but go ahead.
But no, so I pick up the package out of the garbage and I look at it and I tried to find the date. I'm like, where the heck is the date? And then I find the date, and I know, like everyone else does, that the sell-by date doesn't necessarily mean like the date it actually expires or whatever.
Yeah, it's merely a suggestion, right? Yeah.
Right. That's the date that the stores have to sell it by.
Right. Recommendation.
But
strongly encouraged.
I look on there and it says October of 2020. Or no,
my goodness.
Yeah. So I was like, oh wait, no.
Well, that's not too bad. 220.
Huh?
It's only a year ago, right?
Yeah, but Saggy, a year ago?
But that's noodles.
They're egg noodles.
Now if it was like I don't know, a steak. Yeah, if it was a steak, I would like that wasn't even frozen.
Right.
That would be or milk, or so. But yeah,
we had this conversation about the milk. Keith's dad will, but you weren't here. But if you want to briefly,
no, go ahead. I mean, but still, is that the sell by date or the use by date?
Well, they were manufactured in like 2018.
Oh wow! Okay, so you went to the full shelf life.
Yeah, the full shelf life, the furthest that you could possibly go.
You took it to the max, my friend.
I mean, you're probably fine.
Well, yeah, I was fine, but I was pissed. Like I spent $5 on the bag of noodles that wasn't even fresh. I expect them to be somewhat fresh. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I don't expect them to be 6 months expired.
You could have got a bag of ramen for $1 and been twice as pleased. Yeah.
Yeah. $5 for a package of noodles. I mean, come on. That was the whole point. So I threw them out in the garden, and then I was done with that.
When you threw them out in the garden, let me know if any beanstalks show up.
I sure will, my friend. But no, that was my spoiled noodle story. Not spoiled to speak of, but you know the thing.
But go, you know the thing.
Oh, Milo Fire. That's awesome. When in doubt, toss the noodles. Don't toss the salad, though. Wise words.
Oh, man.
Teach your children.
Oh, boy. She should be on Sesame Street. No, I'm kidding. No, but Saggy. Not Saggy. Keith's dad, you told me an interesting story about milk that I don't think Saggy heard.
What was that?
About the
something about milk?
About milk, about the shelf life of milk.
When I worked at a processing plant that would sterilize the food, we had milk that we put through the system and then we bag, and it's sealed from the outside and it's sterilized, and thus technically had like a 10 to 15 year shelf life, although US labeling codes means we couldn't or said we couldn't go above 1 year shelf life. But yeah, I mean, it happened. I had it. I've tried it. I had it in my and oh, by the way, and non-refrigerated. I don't think I told you that. You didn't have to
No.
refrigerate it.
You
Yeah.
didn't tell me that.
Yep.
And then you told me something interesting about milk that I didn't know is that you could actually freeze it.
Sure.
Yeah, that's why it has that little circle on the side. When you freeze it, it expands out so that your milk jug doesn't
Wait.
blow
I
up.
mean,
You can freeze it while it's still in the jug?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I would do that, but all right.
Wow.
Yeah, but it has an expansion thing for it to because it'll when it
I thought
freezes it. Yeah,
wait. No.
Yeah.
I thought the circle thing was to indicate when it's spoiled, like the circle thing popped out.
Well, it pops out when you freeze it. That's for sure.
Well, yeah, I figure that, but I mean, I thought the whole deal on the circle thing was it actually has a function that tells you that the milk's gone bad.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I mean, it might do that too.
But I mean, freezing milk might seem weird, but I mean, what ice cream is frozen, which is like 90% milk,
right?
Yeah, I remember when the kids were younger, we would buy an extra gallon of milk, throw it in the freezer, so we wouldn't have to go back to the store, in 3 days to go get milk again.
Okay. I didn't know that. I had no idea. So, and I wasn't thinking about the ice cream thing because ice cream is a lot of milk, but also you're throwing like salt in there and all kinds of like different preservatives and crap. So I could see how it stays long in ice cream because you're adding a lot of stuff to it, though.
Sugar,
yeah. But Sedgy.
When you think about it, though, if you walk into anything in any part of the store besides the produce and vegetable section and the meat market and fish section, maybe those exceptions, everything else is either the main ingredient is either sugar or salt.
Mm-hmm. We have an audience in here. I haven't even given a shout out.
Well, what do you mean we have an audience and you haven't even given them a shout out? How dare you?
I call it the Saggy effect.
Yes.
The Saggy effect? How do you mean?
Well, honestly, we have quite the audience here today. That's the Saggy effect.
Oh,
I think Saggy brought in a few people.
I see. Yeah. Yeah, because you and I, Keith's dad, we're just a couple of schlums that's like up to no good. They see us on here, they go, "Oh my God, they're gonna do another Star Trek marathon. Fuck this shit." And they leave.
They were like, "I'm out of here."
I will say, quick update. I have finished season 4, and I'm just about ready to start my my review of it. Tomorrow I'll be working on the review, so it'll be ready for Tuesday. So
cool.
That's the update.
I haven't even been keeping up on mine.
I think there might be one more episode that I kind of fell asleep through, but it was kind of a boring episode, so I might not even.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know what we have in here? Do you know? We have Milo Fire, Keith's dad, of course. We have, and I'm going to say this guy's name like I'm bowling, and he yells something behind me, and I throw my bowling ball over to the next lane. Okay. Concentrating on my bowling. Hey, Hebrew. Hey, Hebrew. What the fuck? Whoa! Boom. Hey, you throw your bowling ball in my lane, you asshole. Sorry, I got distracted by Michael Fontaine. So there's that. Michael Fontaine.
Well, that was anything if not elaborate, my friend. I'm not following that one, so you're up there, Mr. Keith's dad.
Yeah.
Oh, Let me see. I'm gonna say it like in a zombie who doesn't crave brains, but only craves one person. All right, ready? Michael Fontaines.
Oh boy. That's pretty good.
Yep.
No, it wasn't.
You weren't saying quite fond of brains. You were saying Michael Fontaine's. I get it.
Yeah.
All right.
Speaking of
So
Michael Fontaine's, we also have
go ahead.
Hunter Hearst Hayden in here. Eddie Von Keen, the real one with a wrench.
Triple H.
Feisty Kitten Wiener Schnitzel.
That's easy for you to say.
Oh, I say it all the time, even in my sleep.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yes, Feisty Kitten. My Michael Fontaine zombie is a better love story than Twilight.
Let's see who else is in here. Who else? Let me scroll down. Because I don't want to miss anybody, because we have one heck of a wonderful, beautiful, sexy audience out there. You know what I'm saying? All right. That's it. Cool.
All right.
We have some lurkers. Oh, we have some lurkers because there's nine
yes, we do.
people. There's nine
Yeah,
people
there
watching.
sure.
I only shouted out like what, 5?
Not
Speaking
only
of-
do we have lurkers, but we have excellent lurkers. We have some of the best lurkers lurking that ever lurked, my friend.
You know, and give Nobleness D. Have we talked about why you changed your name to Nobleness D yet? Give Nobleness D your support. Throw a like down there. Click subscribe if you're not subscribed. All that good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what he said.
Noble SD, I tell you what, for those of you, I mean, Keith's dad's kind of new to all of this and stuff like that, but I think he's catching on. Noble SD is actually a cool dude. He's a smart dude, and he's like, he's probably one of the smartest dudes in the Mandela affected community.
And by dude, he means a guy that's really cool, and he lives in Canada, and he's on Scare Performance channel, and he makes his own videos on his channel as well.
Yes, he does. He comes up with the. I can't keep up with him most of the time, man. But anyway, with all that being said, he's part of the Mandela family. So I had him in some of my Mandela family videos, and last night I put him in, or early this morning, I should say. I put him in a Mandela family video. And for those of you that haven't watched the Mandela family video, we will play it towards the end of the show.
As we always
watched
do.
The recent one I watched, you put out like almost 2 in a row, one after another. I watched the first one, but not the second one yet.
Oh, all right, cool.
Yes. And
So how did you know about Noble SD, Keith's dad?
How do I not know about Noble SD?
No, I said how do you know about him?
Because that's your name.
Oh. No, I know that. But I mean,
he's reading it on the screen. He's saying it because he sees it literally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seeing it for the first time.
That's it. That's how I know.
Okay. No, but I urge you.
Well, when he was traveling the backlands of Africa, he was a legend there. And the natives would just talk about Noble SD for hours as they were entering caves. They would speak upon his wisdom and knowledge, and he heard all kinds of folklore about him. I'm sure that's really what it was.
What does it have to do with a guy taking a poop? I mean,
oh boy, yeah. That's what I always used to think about the thinker when I thought about the thinker.
that's what it. I mean, we can all joke and pretend that's not what it is, but if you see the statue, it's totally what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not going to try to argue that I haven't had some of my most deep introspectual moments while taking a pause for the cause myself.
Yeah.
I mean,
What do you
I mean,
guys think?
if you're not a guy, ladies, if you're not doing this, I can guarantee you about 95% of guys sit like this. That's
Mhm.
what we do. And it's not for deep thought. It's just it allows us to get some bone structure and to relax our body more. That's what it's for. That's what it's
Mm.
meant for. To get some structure. You know, you rest your head on your arm and stuff, and that's. I mean,
I usually I don't
I
know
hate to
about
go.
you, but I usually have to have like either a magazine or a newspaper or just like
Well, see,
Oh,
the Mandela effect, though, Keystad, is when people pose in front of this statue. There's multiple pictures of this happening online. They put their fist on their forehead instead of their chin.
do
that's the
they?
Mandela effect.
Yes, yeah,
Also,
I
also,
believe it.
also,
yeah.
Okay.
the original the model, his original pose was that of him resting the fist on his forehead. That was one of the poses that he did, but they
That was
decided,
one of his early models. In this reality,
yeah,
but he chose not to go with that one.
yeah,
But but people have a recollection of it being on the forehead, and they'll even
I
go so
mean,
far as the pose in front of the statue of it being on his chin. But they still, since they have such a strong memory of it being on the forehead, do the pose with them putting their fist on their forehead. Now tell me that's not weird.
I I mean, I always remember being able to see his face. If his hand was on his forehead, you wouldn't be able to see his face.
Well, you can
Um,
still see his face. It's just more of like a profile, like of his ridge of his nose and mouth and jaw, than it is, a frontal like you see in the image there.
ah,
Because you're going to come in at kind of a 45-degree angle to capture that pose. You know what I mean?
the other thing is, you think about the thinker, right? What's he doing? He's thinking. And I know a lot of people, they
that's
rest
not what
their
he's doing.
fist on their chin. They go, like that. But you would think like when you're thinking about something, you like have your like, oh man, I'm really thinking here. Like, let me show you. All right, here's the thing. Well, you sit here and go, oh man, let me think here. You're kind of rubbing your forehead or whatever when you're thinking. You're like, oh man, what is that thing again? You know what I'm
Now,
saying?
now make a fist and do that. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, yeah, that don't look right.
No,
But I think it's
don't
because
look
your
right
arm
to
is
me.
Mm.
too high for one. Yeah.
Wait, isn't that one? That one does ring a bell, though. Isn't that David? Doesn't David do that?
Hmm.
And I think David's doing the finger thing on the top of the Sistine Chapel. Where he's touching God's finger.
That's not David. That's
No, no,
Adam.
that's
Oh, that's Adam. You're right. What does
Yeah.
David do?
David's just standing with it looks like I guess an apple in his hand, or something in his hand,
No,
but
that
he's just
statue I
kind of
think is called Ronan, if I'm not mistaken.
the statue of David.
No, the one of him thinking, the thinker, it's Ronan. That's
Oh,
its name. That's the name of the statue, Ronan, or the
statue of
artist. Yeah,
David.
the
Isn't he
artist.
just the statue of David? Isn't he just standing there, just kind of with his hand on his hip and like?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and he's got his sticks and he's naked.
Well, also I thought, and I could be wrong. Like he's got one hand on his hip and the other one is smoking a cigarette. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Well, that's
No, no. Seemed like I can picture him with like a spear or something in the other. But I'm thinking about something else, I guess, like the Roman guard or something.
I don't honestly have a strong recollection of it one way or the other. I'm kind of both ways on that. Like I don't like I get it. Like when I see it with him on with the image with him on the fist, I mean it don't look foreign to me, but neither
Oh, here it
does the one,
is.
yeah, the other one. So
Okay.
that's
So
where I'm at
here's,
on with that.
I don't know why I was thinking it was on his hip. But he's actually does have his hand like halfway up to his chin almost.
Yeah, when you made that look, that's what I thought of was David. But I guess you would have to like the way the camera sorry, the way the camera angle is might do that, because you had your head to the side and you had your hand up there, and it was like, well, I could see that. Different camera angles.
Can't tell what he's got in his hand, but it looks like he's got something in there.
Yeah, and the thing to take notice of on this particular, I'm sorry, what?
It almost looks like he's got a communicator in his hand.
It does look like he's got a communicator in his hand. It does.
Right there.
Yeah, it does. And
it comes out. I thought, what is it? What is he holding? What is David holding? What is he supposed to be holding?
I don't know. Good question. What I can tell you though is like what makes this such a remarkable piece of exhibit of art is the way that he was able to capture. The sculptor is able to capture the flesh likeness of the body. It actually looks like human form. That was a big deal. It was hard to achieve.
Oh, it's supposed to be a sling.
Oh,
the pouch of his sling. Oh.
But in that other picture, it was hanging. Okay.
It doesn't look like a sling. What I mean.
Wait a minute. Look at this picture. Doesn't the other picture look like it's up closer to his mouth?
Well, there's multiple statues of David.
Well, yeah, I get that, but
and you have to consider the angle too.
Hold on.
Yeah, the angle that you go with, yeah, that one's taken way down.
Okay. Interesting. This one's way up on his mouth.
Dang, someone signed right over it. Was that a signed picture of David? Did Michelangelo sign a picture of him? Who signed it?
I don't think.
Look at that. What is that? David's like, to my greatest fan. Michelangelo.
Right.
Chat saying his fingers changed.
Well, I'm pretty sure there are multiple statues of David.
Yeah, that one, the face looks different.
There's only one Michelangelo David, but there's like, I mean, it's just a guy standing.
What the hell is that? Oh. It's basically, oh God. Are they even kidding me right now? Oh God. Well, he's standing there naked. We don't want him to get anything.
See, I can't actually look at statues the same way because I'm a Doctor Who fan, and if any of you guys in chat are Doctor Who fans, I don't think you are, so I'll keep it short. One of the episodes is called Blink, and what they do is, those angels, the crying angels, where they have their hands over their face, and they're kind of weeping. Well, they have a bad guy called the Weeping Angels, and they call them quantum locked figures that when you're looking at them, they appear as statues. But when you're not looking at them, they can move like super fast, and they can kill you. I mean, very, very quickly. And you just see these basically whenever the camera's on them, they just look like statues with their hands, their head in their hands, because they have to be careful what they're looking at, because if they look in a mirror, they're technically looking at themselves, and then they can get stuck that way, or so they keep their hands to their face, and it's the most disturbing, scary thing. So every time I see a stone statue, I always think it's coming to life now.
Well, you know what? I'm glad you shared that with us. I can relate in the aspect that I have that similar creepy thing with those porcelain dolls. I can't, like, if I'm in a room, if I'm staying at a friend's house, or like my mom's house or when she was still alive or whatever, and they happen to have the porcelain dolls, I have to literally cover them up, turn them around, move them into the closet. I can't have it sitting in the room staring at me and fall asleep at the same time.
Yeah, yeah, I could see that. I don't keep any pictures in my room, to be honest. I don't keep any dolls.
I mean, those porcelain dolls, they just look too lifelike. The way they do the eyes, they look too real. And they look like they follow you when you walk across the room. It's creepy, man.
Oh, thank you, Hebrew, for this picture. This is the greatest picture in the world. Hey, feisty kitty, Amy and Rory. Yeah, Amy and Rory, so sad, so sad. She's a Doctor Who fan, I can tell. Yeah, look at this picture. I mean, you want to talk about it? You want to talk about it, Hebrew?
I mean, come on, man.
Come on, man. I mean, what do you... Not only that, he's been vaccinated. What is the... This is like so wrong on multiple reasons. He's the only one wearing a mask. If you can't see him, he's in the second from the top on the right-hand side. And he's wearing a mask on a video conference with world leaders, and he's been vaccinated. They must think we're more morons than they did before.
He's like, what in the Kaspersky, Norton, McAfee is going on here, man? It's like you can't catch the virus through the internet, dude.
I mean, it's just, it's probably the cringiest thing I've seen in a long time. Feisty Kitty, I could talk to you about Doctor Who all day long. Except for the new ones. I hate the new ones. But yeah, back to this. Why? I mean, it just doesn't... It doesn't make sense. All it makes everyone think, I'm sure everyone else in that picture was like, well, he's ridiculous. This is stupid because
I saw a translation where Putin was capping on him, saying, why is he the only one who showed up with a mask on, and calling him a moron and stuff. Now, I don't know if that was accurate translation or if it was just done to be comical, but it wasn't a stretch from my imagination to think that he would possibly come up with something like that, because the thought would cross my mind.
I mean, I want to meet the person who told him that was a good idea to do. I mean, he can't be thinking about this himself.
Well, you think they'd all be on the same page anyway, like before they started the meeting, like, okay, we're not doing mask today, or today is a mask day, and they would all be on the same mask page per se.
I mean, the inconsistency kills me. It just kills me because he wrote that the executive order that everyone should wear masks on federal lands, right? And then in the morning he signed that executive order, and then in the afternoon he went to the Lincoln Memorial with his family and had a photo shoot. Nobody wearing masks. If you guys didn't remember that actually happened. That was
true story, bro. True story. Well,
it's just so inconsistent. It's so stupid.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, did you? I don't know if this is kind of a hot topic, but did you guys hear about Rudy Giuliani's home and office getting raided by the FBI yesterday at 6 a.m.?
Wait. Before we get on that, though, I was muted. I couldn't. I was talking the whole time and didn't even know I wasn't talking. Before we get on that, though, regarding the mask, real quick, is like,
yeah, I was wondering why you went MIA on us there.
Yeah, well, no, I thought I was talking the whole time. I did. No, you see, Putin is there in the middle.
Or as they say in Canada, Putin. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Putin's there in the middle, right? Like he's right there, square dab in the middle. Why is he the largest one there? Like why? I don't know. It's
But
just
he was. I think at the time he was just talking. He was the one talking.
Okay. But it's like you could, like you said, like on everyone's face, they're just like, "What a idiot! What an idiot!" I mean, first of all, you're online. You're not like in the room with them. You're not. It's so just bizarre. It's bizarre. And then the other thing is, while we're on the subject of the mask wearing, before we get to the Giuliani thing, and we will get to the Giuliani thing because that's got some hidden context that if you can't see it with your eyes closed, then there's something wrong with you. But he said in the news conference, he's like, "Oh, by the way, people who have been vaccinated can go outside without mask on." So there's that. I want to comment on that. It's like, have we not been going outside without our masks to begin with?
He has no clue what's going on.
Yeah. People in the real world, like at least where I come from, we walk around freely without masks. There's a few idiots out there who are riding their bikes or like jogging alone by themselves or sitting in their cars by themselves with their mask on. But for the most part, first of all, I don't want to talk too much about the virus, but first of all, when you cough or when you sneeze, when you're outside, it carries the wind, like carries it further. Like it carries it away from people, depending on where it's blowing. Now, obviously, if it's blowing right in their face, then that's another thing. But you got air blowing all around you, and you got more oxygen. And they said at the very beginning, and I don't want to talk about this too much because I want to get shut down, but they said at the very beginning, like the outside is a lot safer to be walking around without mask on than obviously the inside would be. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. I mean, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand ventilation, versus cooped upness. If I was sitting in a closet with you, I'm going to smell your breath a lot more than I am if we're sitting down on a park bench together. You know what I mean?
Right. And the other thing is, here's the other thing, the insanity of all of it is like, where was I going with this? I forgot. I had a point I was going to make. Is like, the whole wearing them while you're by yourself thing. I was going to say something on that, but the insanity is, now I remember what I was going to say, is the ones, it seems to me like the ones that are vaccinated are just, they're so proud of themselves. They're so just like, it's kind of like a divisional thing. It's kind of like a person who's rich and has money and says, "Look at my house. Look how big my house is. Look how many cars I have." And it seems like people with the vaccination that's been vaccinated are like, "Look at me. I'm vaccinated. Aren't I? Aren't I just special?" And now the press and the news is and the politicians are making these people more special. It's like, why did you get vaccinated? You say you did it to protect others, but in reality, you did it because you thought it was going to protect you.
Let me ask you this one question. I just got one question.
Okay, one question.
If the news started promoting tomorrow that now that you've been vaccinated, the only way that it is transmittable is through farts, and if we all just wear underwear, it'll protect us from the farts.
Mm-hmm.
You think everybody will start wearing underwear again?
Probably.
Like, think they'll wear 2 pair of underwear just to be extra safe?
Yeah, 4 pair.
And I'm sure I won't smell any farts if they put on an extra pair. Yeah,
2 pair of underwear. Yeah, that's the funny thing. Put on a pair of underwear and a pair of jeans and another pair of underwear over those jeans.
And I'm still going to smell those sticky ass farts.
Yes, exactly. But again, like I was saying, it just seems like Those people are so uppity, but at the same time, they're gaslighting people, saying if you do this, if you are, then you got more freedom than the rest of the people. You know, because he goes on there and says, people who are vaccinated now can hang out with their family. Can hang out with their family without mask on. Outside, of course. Outside. I don't want to get it twisted now. I don't want YouTube to think I'm giving misleading information or misleading medical information.
Well, then we probably should just move on because I fear you said too much already, my friend.
Oh, I probably have. But I figured we could talk about it for a minute.
All right. Well,
what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on, first of all, Saji? Let me ask you this: do you think that the vaccinated are now sort of becoming the snobby part of society?
Or you better. I think a better way to word it might be the privileged ones, especially if they put together this passport, for you to be able to wave to get through clearances. You want to get inside the mall? Sure, let's see that passport, buddy.
Oh, now another thing. Before, I'm sorry, I know you're going to go on whatchamadoodle, but
no, that was it. I mean,
the other thing is,
I think it's more of a privilege thing than anything else. And you know what? I mean, do you agree with that or disagree with that?
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
But no, what I mean is, do you think that's the way it should be, or
no, that's not the way it should be. No.
Okay, yeah. All right, go ahead.
No. But not only that, but they are bribing people to get vaccinated. They're saying they're going to give people a certain amount of money if they're going to get vaccinated. Before we were talking about.
Oh, not only that, but they will hire, if you have a social media presence, they will pay you up to close to $2,000 to do a package deal to tell the public in your social media group that you're getting vaccinated, to somewhat document the event. Talk about how great it was for you and how you're so looking forward to going back to doing these specific activities and getting back to normal and promoting the act. They will actually pay you, I think it's like $1,700 if you have a somewhat moderate social media footprint. You can make a little bit of money, a little side hustle, just promoting getting vaccinated.
But do you remember what they were telling people at the beginning? Like, you get a free bag of weed with each vaccination or something like that?
Oh, I mean, everybody's trying. Not only is the vaccine free, there's also there's all kinds of little incentives out there for people to go get it. Oh yeah.
But that's all I want to talk about that.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, the information is out there. If you guys don't know, then you don't know. But if you go look on a place like, I don't know, BitChute, Odyssey.com, you'll find information that isn't filtered, and you have to apply your own discernment and figure it out for yourself. I'm not saying it's all true or it's all not, but the information is out there if you're looking for it.
Keith, Dad, do you have anything to add to that before we change gears?
Nope. I think you guys have said it all. In fact, you lost me a little bit at the
end. Okay. All right. Now we'll move on before the Al Gore ribbon picks up on what we're saying, shuts us down. So, Keith's dad.
That's me.
You said, and I quote, "You have not seen the latest Mandela affected family video."
No, I have not.
Well, I happen to have in my possession the actual recording of the Mandela affected family video, the new one, the latest one, the one that was just put out today.
No, you don't.
Oh yeah.
How did you manage to get a copy of that? Oh, but there was, before you go there was another major thing I thought we needed to talk about.
A major thing.
Yeah,
A major thing.
major thing.
You know the thing.
Major thing.
Yesterday, a story came out that the FDA is ready to eliminate or ban the sale of menthol cigarettes.
Oh yeah.
And the reasoning is because they're racist.
Oh boy. Oh
Yeah.
man. I saw part of that article and I thought it was going to be because they freeze up the lungs, they're worse for you than regular cigarettes, or they did some research and found that they have some, like, they're really going to kill you faster than no, it's all because
Well,
they're
all of
racist.
that stuff might be true, my friend. I'm not saying it is
Yeah,
or it isn't.
let's ignore all that. Yeah, let's
Yes,
ignore all
yeah.
those the real legit reasons that
Hmm.
you should not smoke menthol cigarettes. And let's just say we're banning them because they're racist.
Yes, they are, my friend. They're more
Like
racist.
everything else.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they are. They apparently a large population of the African American community of our country, I'd say 85% of them smoke menthol.
Hmm.
They also say that um, lung cancer for black men in America is the number one death for black one, like the number one cause of death for black men in America. So they're saying that it's going to huge leaps and bounds to help the African American community and the healthcare system as a whole. And if you still want, and they think less people will be less likely to start smoking because menthol cigarettes provide that cool feeling
Oh, I
that
mean,
it cools your throat, and which makes it easier to introduce people to smoking.
is
That I don't know.
it, with me when it comes to menthol cigarettes. I mean, I don't
Uh,
really understand it. If it's because there's fiberglass in them. Is that what I was taught? Was menthol cigarettes have fiberglass in them and it kind of
yeah,
cuts up your
I, I
lips and stuff? And I
I've
mean,
been told that. Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not.
I don't know if that's true. If it's true, I mean, I can see banning it. Why not?
I've had a cold before. You know how they have Vicks menthol thing for you to put on your chest?
Yeah.
Well, I came to the conclusion, well, maybe, I was congested, but I still was craving a cigarette. So I was like, well, maybe a menthol cigarette won't be so bad, And it still sucked. It didn't really make much of a difference.
Uh,
But I found some images, Hebrew, that I thought would be interesting to look at while we had this conversation. That also goes along with it a little bit. And then just some old cigarette ads that kind of spark some fuel into the conversation, if you don't mind bringing them up there in Messenger. But go ahead, Keystat. I didn't mean to cut you off if you had more to add to that.
no, that was pretty much it. I mean, I can understand. Like I said, if that's what if there is um fiberglass in it, I'm surprised it lasted this long.
Yeah,
For
me
real.
true. Yeah, that's true. I mean, we all know that smoking is bad for us. The question is whether it should be legal or not. And I think that it's one of those things where we should be able to decide for ourselves. However, I do see how insurance companies might want to charge you extra or deny you coverage if you choose to do so, because you are a higher liability. And it's like saying, like, if you get a fire extinguisher in your house, your rates will go down versus if you don't. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I don't know. I think we should have the right to be able to, because prohibition doesn't work. I mean, now there's just going to be all kinds of black market ways to mentholate your cigarette, right?
Yep. Yeah.
But these are some classic ads to give you guys some perspective. Go back to that first one. Just pick one there, sir. I mean, you're going way too fast, my friend. Okay, yeah, let's do that one first. I ain't wanted a menthol cigarette in like a year, but reading about people wanting to ban the thing suddenly made me want to smoke them again. I actually thought that was kind of funny. Do you think you should go out and buy a whole bunch of menthol cigarettes right now so that you can have some for the novelty of them?
Just keep a pack like in your junk drawer just for special occasions or something. No, I don't think
Yeah, or if you had like a bar in your basement, like a man cave, it'd be a nice little thing to have sitting on a glass shelf, a carton of Marlboro menthols. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm sure somebody will. Absolutely. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, go ahead, Hebrew. Go to the next one. I thought this was kind of funny, but not really. It's wrong, but it's right. Well, what's long, black, and smells like menthol cigarettes? The unemployment line. What do you guys think? Yes, no, maybe?
That's terrible.
Yes, isn't it, though? All right, on to the next one. Now we're going on to some of the ads. Look at how they tried to make smoking cool. I mean, does that not look like a James Bond movie trailer ad?
I mean, I would think that is a James Bond movie trailer ad.
Now, let me read the top. All over America, more scientists and educators smoke Kent with a micronite filter than any other cigarette. Scientists and educators. Well, why scientists and educators? Are those why? Because those are the rich, successful businessmen types. I don't know. I mean, why them? And then at the bottom, for good smoking taste, it makes good sense to smoke Kent. I don't know. Does that make you think that was a convincing ad for back then? Must have been. All right, let's go to the next one.
What is a micronite filter?
I have no idea, but it sounds pretty awesome.
It does sound pretty awesome.
Look at this guy. Leslie Howard. He says Lucky's are tops with his throat.
Oh, this is so... I don't even know what Leslie Howard is. So there's that.
I don't think I can read it. It's just a little too blurry.
He wants to be animated.
This guy makes me want to not smoke. I mean, just look at the guy. He is the opposite of cool.
Yeah, I know, right?
He really is. I mean, that is not even a 4-head. That's a 5-head.
Right? I had an uncle that used to smoke Lucky Strikes. So here's what it says. Leslie Howard says Lucky's are tops with his throat.
Yeah, I could read that part. I just couldn't read the actual the cursive in the middle. Like,
oh yeah, who can?
I know, right? And at the bottom, it's toasted. Your throat protection. It's toasted.
Yeah, it's gonna toast your throat, all right. Toast it to a crisp.
Oh yeah, I mean, your throat will look like toast, burnt toast. Is that what they're trying for?
Yeah, I'm not sure. We got a couple more to look at. Let's go on to the next one.
On to the next, as I always say.
Now this one's kind of I couldn't make it all out, but the image on the top, and then here's when my throat says switch to Spud Imperials. I mean, Spud Imperials? I mean, really?
Never even heard of them.
And it looks like they're trying to attract like the working woman, like this is probably during the war.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, Imperial.
Yeah.
Like the Imperial troops.
Yeah. This is the smart, successful business or the smart, successful woman, in society. This is the image it's trying to portray.
But why did they call them spud? It's like, are we smoking the potato?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the spud reference is. That's kind of weird. Yeah.
Oh man.
And then you had these.
The wisdom behind the marar. The marar.
Morier. I don't know, Morier. But it kind of sounds like murderer.
French. I think it's French.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you help us with this one, Keista?
That looks like if I smoke that cigarette, someone's gonna come and murder me.
Or she's plotting. She looks like she's plotting murder, doesn't she? Or she's just murdered someone and she's having an after murder cigarette.
Yeah.
What after murder?
All right, so here we got. This is Marlboro, obviously. And what does it say on the locker? Horn hung.
Wait, is that Paul Newman?
I don't know. It could be. Yeah.
It looks like Paul Newman. But I don't know what Hermong is. Hornung?
Horn hung. Hornung. Hornung. I don't know what that is. But
why don't you settle back and have a full flavored smoke? Marlboro, the filtered cigarette with the unfiltered taste. Huh? Unfiltered. Okay. Unfiltered taste. I guess that means that the filters kind of taste funny or something.
Right.
And so if it's an unfiltered taste, then you're not tasting the filter.
I mean, he looks like he's smoking a joint. I mean, that's what he's looked at. This looks straight out of Reefer Madness. That's what we got going on.
And what's so interesting is when you look at these ads, you realize how much thought went into conveying a specific mental image, a subliminal undertone of what is, of the audience it's trying to. Not only is it trying to draw that particular audience, but it's also trying to influence the societal trend of what's cool and what's in vogue, and in the sense that they're trying to make their product that. They're trying to make the product cool and trendy and fashionable, because people didn't really smoke back then. It was considered something only rich people did. The average Joe didn't go buy a pack of cigarettes when he got off work. Back then. So they were trying to convince more people to smoke. But now they don't hardly advertise at all. They don't have to. I mean, when's the last time you saw an ad for a cigarette? Because it's like this product has sold itself. Society has already came to a point now where I think less people do smoke than before, but I think that it's one of those things where it's never just going to 100% go away. But I don't think they need to continue to advertise for it. I don't know. I might be mistaken. What do you guys think?
I mean, at one point cigarettes are going to go the way of the dodo. Probably not in our lifetime.
Wait a minute.
But I mean, it is things like that do tend to go that way, not necessarily because they make them illegal. People just stop doing it. If I recall, now I think 14 only was it. What percentage of teenagers are smokers? Very little nowadays.
They do mostly vaping. But I want to point out. Go ahead, Keith's dad. I'm sorry.
No, I was done.
First of all, Saji, this was the 1950s. People smoked a lot back then, a lot more than they do now, and they were more open about it. And there was a lot more There was television advertisements. There was radio advertisements. I mean, there was a big smoking boom There, people smoked on television. They smoked in movies. Every single person that was in television smoked, and poor people smoked more than rich people because they didn't have money, because they were depressed, and smoking made them feel better. Like it was one of those
Pretty
things.
much the same reason why we smoke now, right?
Right, but what I'm saying is there was more smoking back then, and the reason why you don't see. Have you ever seen that movie? Thank You for Smoking.
I don't know, but maybe.
Yes, he was
The
a
thing-
smoking salesman, wasn't he?
He was for the tobacco advertisement. Yes,
Yeah, like how they used to do all the lobbying to keep them legal and stuff.
But what happened was, so if you ever watch that movie, back in the 90s, Congress made a deal with them that it would be illegal to advertise cigarettes on television. You can't advertise cigarettes or any tobacco product whatsoever on television.
Right, and they still had the magazine advertising for the longest, but who buys magazines anymore, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
But they were still allowed to advertise in magazines.
Which is weird because you don't see cigarette advertising on the internet all that much, and I don't think that's illegal, is it?
No, it's not. It's not illegal at all, but it's just you don't see it because I don't know. Good question. I get an email. I get the spam mail from like Marlboro to go to their website, but that's I think just because I registered there a long time ago. But that's it, really.
The other thing, do you remember Marlboro Miles?
Yeah. I used to collect them.
Yeah, like you get so many
the
Marlboro
miles. Yeah. Just like the Camel Cash.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how much do you think this menthol will affect smoking? Do you think that's the writing on the wall that smoking days are coming to an end sooner rather than later?
It's not going to come to an end because there's too much marketing for it, and for people, it's just there's too much.
Do you think you're just
cigarette marketing?
Huh?
Did you just say there's too much cigarette marketing?
No, there's too much. Well, I said that, but what I mean by that is the marketing part, which they're not allowed to do anymore, is anti-marketing. The anti-marketing is actual marketing for them. Because when you think about it, when you tell people not to do something,
angsty teenagers will do it.
Mm-hmm.
I see what you're doing there, and that's that's brilliant. That's a brilliant concept. And I do think that
that's reverse psychology, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think, like I said earlier, I think that I think they're just going to make people are going to figure out a way to methylate their cigarettes. If they want a menthol cigarette, they'll be selling menthol juice or something on the side so that you can dip your filter in it or something and get the menthol taste. That's just
the
how
government makes too much money regulating these tobacco products. First off, second of all, the tobacco lobbyists are never going to quit making them. They're making too much money on the poor. Like as long as there's poor people in the world, they're going to market, because that's what they're marketing these towards, is the poor, the lower middle class. If you do some research and you dig in, you'll see that it's the poor that actually smoke more than the well-off, which you would think it would be the opposite way around.
Well, yeah, no,
of course not, because smoking is so expensive that even if you had money, smoking will make you poor.
Right.
Yeah, it's a way to keep you. It's a way that the man. It's a tool that the man uses.
Think about
it.
What does the government tax?
Yeah.
What does the government tax the most? They tax cigarettes, chocolate, beer,
liquor,
and liquor.
The unhealthy tax.
Yep. So they're just making way too much money off of it, dude.
Well, and what's going on with this guy? Listen to this. Listen to this though. More doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette.
And see, that's how it was.
Smoke Camels.
That's how it was marketed back then. They used to get actual doctors to get on the TV and say, it's healthy. It's healthier for you to smoke these cigarettes than these other cigarettes, or it's healthier for you to smoke filtered cigarettes than non-filtered cigarettes. Doctors would actually do this. I'm not saying that they were.
Oh yeah, I remember back then they used to use the thing. 9 out of 10 doctors agree that this is the like toothpaste. 9 out of 10 dentists recommend Colgate or Crest or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But this was actual marketing. They would pull doctors to the side that weren't sort of like reputable doctors. I don't know what I just said, but they were sort of like dirty in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like they would do anything for money. So they would take these doctors whose license were either being removed or on the verge of being removed, or they were no longer doctors, or they were only doctors in the sense that they weren't practicing doctors.
Or they were like university doctors, doctor of science.
Right. And they would get them to do this advertising for them.
I see. Okay. Now, let me ask you this. Hold on, I lost it. I had it, and then I lost it. Dang. All right, never mind.
Oh, wrong one.
Oh, that was the last one. This was
Okay.
the one from many shows ago.
Oh yeah. It's still funny though.
Yeah, I don't think that image would ever get old.
Oh no.
Well, maybe like 5 presidents from now, when nobody even remembers who these people are. Like, can you tell me who was the vice president for Gerald Ford and all the different people on his cabinet?
What do you mean?
Exactly.
Oh no, I
Wait,
spaced out there
people
for a
on people on Biden's cabinet.
Well, that's what I mean. Like all those people will just become political figures of yesteryear someday. Well,
I don't remember anyone on Trump's cabinet.
I know, right? It's that quick. Besides Pompeo, that's the only name I could tell you right off the.
and what's her name? Kelly.
Oh yeah, Kelly, and one other guy, I can't think of his name, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Huh. So that was really it. The only other thing I had, it wasn't that big a deal. Can wait to some other show if you want to move on to the episodes, my friend.
Yes, this is one of the. Well, you guys saw that episode before where you guys are playing video games, right? You saw that one.
Yes.
Oh my God. My favorite part of that episode was where the guy, like, we all left, right? The guy's sitting there playing video games. He's like, "Yo, Ma, yo, hey, Ma, what? I'm working here. Fix me a sandwich. Fix your own sandwich. Oh, thanks, Ma. You just got me killed."
You just got me killed. Yes, I remember that. That is, and how true is that? When we were like 8.
Yeah.
Though, what is kind of funny or a weird synchronicity, you might say, with you having us play that Galaxian game in the episode.
Yeah, I even got the game. I got it wrong. I thought it was Space Invaders, but it was Galaxia.
It's all good. I'm not playing Galaxia exactly, but I am playing a space shooter game recently, because the game that I actually do play, it's a card game I play online. I can get they do a thing where if you if you play a different game that they made for a certain amount of time or get to a certain level, they'll give you credits in this game. You know what I'm saying? And as an incentive to go try it out, you know. So anyway, make a long story short, I was playing a Galaxian game right now, style game, and I can't get past it. It's beating me, and it's driving me freaking crazy.
You guys, what's Galaxia?
Galaxia and Galaxian.
Oh, I think I've heard of Galaxian. But do you mean like Galga?
Galaga, yeah, Galaga and Galaxian.
Oh, okay. I was like, what game? Are they talking about a game I've never heard of before?
Yeah, I was confusing them. I was intermolding them, you might say. I was shifting them into their multiplenesses into one.
I did love that game.
Yeah, I used to play the heck out of it. They would make me so mad when they would dive down and get me.
Yeah, I don't even remember how far I used to get on it. I mean, really, I started with Nintendo, so there wasn't much of really anything like that.
And I thought it was cool how you put the actual gameplay in the show. That was kind of neat. Have you seen it yet?
No.
Okay, well I won't say no more then.
Wait a minute. You haven't seen the one where we're playing video games?
Yeah, no, I've seen the one we were playing video games. I thought you were talking about.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Where you put the actual gameplay in the episode. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
All right. Well, this next one, which you haven't seen, is freaking. I don't know. I'll let you guys decide for yourself what kind of show it is, but I'm sure you're going to enjoy it.
Well, I'm pretty sure I've already seen it, but that's okay. I'm looking forward to it nevertheless.
I know Keith's dad hasn't seen it yet, so let's see what Milo Fire, Feisty Kitten's still here. They're talking away. They're doing good. I like them too. So, with no further ado, I keep babbling on here, but I do have one warning I want to point out to you guys. I do some singing in this. So there's your one and only warning.
But I will add that it's not as bad as you imagined it would be. I'm not saying he should go try out for American Idol or anything, but he can carry a tune, my friend, and you're about to find out. So go right on ahead, sir.
Oh, and Lotar 900's not here tonight. I was kind of hoping he'd see this, but he probably will. Somewhere down the line, not on this show particular. Hey, we got bone-breaking action in the house, and we got Connie Joe Wood. Hey, man, we're doing pretty good at 11 people watching for a Thursdela Thursday. I mean, my goodness.
Wow.
Yeah. And we ain't even gone through halfway the show yet.
I know, right? Shut the front door, man.
Yeah. So here we go. Here's the Mandela family. What do I call? Oh, yeah. Mandela affected family video. The most recent one.
Stop motion movie marathon.
We should actually kind of have that one day. I think that would be funny. Okay, let me know when I'm sharing. Because as you know, sharing is caring. Let's see here. Let's get you little boogers off the side there. Let's get Mr. Moon Guy out of here. By the way, yes, I know I do have that Mr. Moon Guy there in the corner. If anybody has a problem with Mr. Moon Guy, please write to one of our emails.
I think it's 1-800 we don't give a. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, that's pretty much true. All right, here we go. Here's that Mandela family episode. And Am I sharing, guys?
Yes.
Okay. Here we go.
I don't understand why we always have to walk you back to Castle Grayskull, Hebrew.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with Sergi on this one. If you don't like living at the big scary castle, then don't live in the big scary castle.
You should move to Canada.
No thanks, Lotar. I don't like being cold all the time.
Well, it's not always cold in Canada, you know. Yeah, just 95% of the time.
Oh, very funny, Saggy. You know, guys, I think we're lost. Hey, wait a minute. Do you hear that?
Huh? I don't hear nothing.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. What the heck was that?
What the heck was what?
The singing.
That was beautiful. That's what it was.
Huh?
It was beautiful. That's what it was.
If you say so, man. We'll go with that. Thank you.
Hear that? Oh my God! Look, guys.
Huh? What do you mean, look?
Yes. Look at what? Oh, hey, guys. Oh my God!
Oh my God!
Who is it? Don't you recognize him, Hebrew? That's Sir Patrick Stewart. Yes, hello there. What's going on here? Can you fellas help me out? Can we help you out?
Can we help you out?
Can we? All right, that's it. I'm out of here. You guys make me angry. Wait a minute. I was going to turn you to Battle Tar. Battle Tar? That's a horrible name. Why don't you just say Battle Bear? I am a bear, you know. You don't have to use the last syllables of my last name. Jeez. See you, Sir Patrick. Oh, yes. You are going to be in the play next week, aren't you, Lotar? Oh, yes, definitely. And good seeing you again. We'll have to have tea and crumpets again sometime. Yes, for sure. So, gentlemen, if you could just direct my way out of here, I would be more... Excuse me, this is very distracting. Director, excuse me, Director, can you please lower the forest sounds? Yes, sir, Mr. Sir Patrick Stewart, sir. Anything for you. Lower the sound, guys. Yeah, that's much better. Now we can hear ourselves think. What?
Yeah, you can just lower the forest sounds.
Oh, yes, of course. Now then, gentlemen, I appear to be lost. I don't know where I am or how to get out of here. Well, we're about to head to Castle Grayskull.
Yeah, we were just walking Hebrew home, but for you, Captain, we'll do anything.
Oh, good Lord. Please don't call me Captain. I hate that. Well, I guess if you follow us, we can walk you on out of here. Could you, gentlemen? I would appreciate that. In fact, I would even appreciate it in the form of a song.
We don't have time for that.
Oh, really? I want to hear him sing that.
That's totally you, Keeps Dad. Hey, you guys still there?
No, I left a long time ago.
Oh my God, you probably did.
Yeah, I was listening to it, but I was getting some potato chips and making coffee. Yes, actually, when you sang "Over the Rainbow," that kind of had a Picard-esque accent to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that's who was singing that.
Oh
Was that
yeah.
who was singing that?
Yeah,
was
that's who was singing it, right? It was Picard.
Was it?
Oh
Oh my!
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was
Okay.
Picard. Yeah.
But yes, we can hear lots more of him singing.
Guys, what? Huh? What? Who? I do say, who goes there?
And wait. Did he also say? I know I'm a little late on this. He didn't like being called Captain.
Right.
Captain Picard doesn't like being called Captain.
Right.
What does he like
No,
being called?
no, Sir Patrick Stewart doesn't like being called captain.
Oh, Sir Patrick Stewart. All right, I get it. I can understand that.
Yeah.
I still call him Captain.
Armor up. Where's your armor? Hebrews always losing it. That's not important. The important thing is Noble wants to see you guys immediately. He has a very special message for you on the big screen. On the big screen? On the big screen? Yes.
On the big screen.
Oh, hi, Patrick Stewart. I didn't see you. Ah, yes, Alma. How are you doing today? Pretty good. I'll make sure to catch your Wednesday word tonight. I love those sermons that those guys preach. Good stuff, man. Yeah, well, anyway, fellas, if you don't mind, you got to get right down there right away. Meet me at the place where the big screen sits. Aye, aye, Captain. Yes, Captain.
They're calling him Captain.
Well, we'd like to stay and chat, Sir Patrick Stewart, but we really have to get going. Yeah, it was nice meeting you, sir. But wait a minute. How do I get out of here? I will pray for you to find your way out of here. Now let's get out of here. Serious?
That always works.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Right.
Come on, let's go, man. Yeah. Hey, don't run me over. Oh, well, I guess I'll just get beamed up. Wait a minute. Am I still getting paid for this bit? Yes, Sir Stewart. Here you go. Ow, Chief O'Brien.
Of course he beams away.
Yeah.
Of course he does.
Yeah, it's great.
You couldn't pass up an opportunity to do a whole beaming process.
Oh yeah.
But that does throw into question his actual identity. So was it Sir Patrick Stewart or was it Captain Picard? And then I also want to know, was he just saying that he watched Wednesday Word and he enjoyed it because you paid him to? Or does he really watch and enjoy Wednesday Word? Just questioning.
It's funny how he knows Armor personally.
Yeah. Their exchange was kind of odd there.
Yes,
As if they play Pinochle on Thursdays or something.
Right.
We'll begin. Just stare at this big screen. I hate to be like that guy, but that screen actually just looks like a chalkboard. Yeah, how come it does look like a chalkboard, Armor?
He spelled his
You
call.
dare question my whatchamadoodle? Don't ever question my whatchamadoodle. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. Heck, I don't know. It's all Hebrew has in the budget. Just watch it. It'll turn into a screen somehow. Okay. I trust you.
It says own. OWN.
Hey, so Noblest T here. So, you guys are totally getting off track, like real bad. You guys are supposed to be doing Mandela effects. I mean, it's in your name. The very nature of your existence is to be trying to find Mandela effects and hunt them down. And I don't know why, but you guys have just totally gotten off the track with your shenanigans, whether it be Hebrew, wanting to live in Castle Grayskull and doing that whole stupid thing where he jumps up to the gun. I get the joke; it's funny, whatever. But
That's great.
That would be his laugh, wouldn't it?
You nailed it, man. That was a great. That was great. I mean, I can see how he would watch this later and be like, "Dang, he actually did do a pretty good job." I mean, it's not perfect, but you definitely got some of his attributes. That's for sure.
Cool.
you're losing what is to be the premise of the show. Like, I thought the whole premise of the show was supposed to be, Hebrew. You got Hebrew 77 in my name. That's not going to look good for the show. So, anyway, I think all I have to really say here, lastly, is that the whole premise of the show is supposed to be that you're supposed to be out finding Mandela effects. Finding Mandela effects and all that good stuff. And then
It's obvious all of a sudden that you couldn't talk because you were busy trying to type in the name Noble SD.
Right.
But that's okay. You recover. You bounce back.
And all that good stuff. And then trying to solve the... You misspelled my name, Hebrew. That's not how you spell Noble SD. Well, how? What? You have my name, right? Like, you have it in your Hangouts. Why didn't you just look up? That's just lazy. Anyway. I don't even know where I was going with this. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So you guys have sidetracked so badly. Like, you need to get back on track and just do what you're supposed to do. It's not Noblest, it's Noblest D.
Look at him, he's
totally
still
botched it. How can you even? Anyway.
How dare you, Hebrew?
I know, right?
Get back to what it is you're supposed to be doing. And just remember the premise of the show, right? Okay. I'm out of here. Before I go, Sandy wanted to remind me to tell you, Hebrew, put her and Teresa Lynch and more of your shows. Okay, I'm out. Oh my God! You know what? Noble is right. We have lost focus, guys. We got to get right back to finding Mandela effects and solving them. Yeah, I mean, I'm down for whatever. I don't really care about, Mandela effects or the Mandela effect or whatever, but I do have sort of a little bit.
Okay, great. I'm the cynic. Awesome.
Huh? Yeah.
I said I'm the cynic.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
true.
Yeah.
I love how he has you use the little bit for a little while line too.
Right.
I do believe in it. But I'm not all about that. I'm just all about having fun, hanging out with you guys. So whatever you guys are down for, that's what I'm down for. All right, guys, what do you say? We're going to keep focused? Yeah, we're going to keep focused and keep pushing forward. We're going to keep our heads up and keep moving too.
I love how we sound like motivational speakers all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to keep focused and keep pushing forward.
We're going to keep our heads up and keep moving. Ew, I'm too close to your crotch, Sedgy. We're going to keep our heads up and keep moving forward. We're going to keep going and keep moving forward. No more distractions from this point forth. Guys, y'all want to go to McDonald's and get some coffee and egg McMuffin? Yeah, that sounds good, Armor. Yeah, let's go.
Oh god.
Oh, God.
Of course.
Yeah, after all that, after all the speeches. By the way, Keeps that I love this little bit right here that you do. Like you're definitely standing too close to his crotch at this point.
We gotta keep focused. Yeah, we're gonna keep focused and keep pushing forward. We're gonna keep our heads up and keep moving. Ew, I'm too close to your crotch, Sedgy. We're gonna keep our heads up and keep moving forward. We're gonna keep going and keep moving forward. No more distractions from this point forth. Guys, y'all want to go to McDonald's and get some coffee and egg McMuffins? Yeah, that sounds good, Armor.
Okay, there you go. Oh boy. Anyway, that was the latest from the Mandela affected family videos. Yeah.
And you know, what other channel can you go to and get such quality entertainment built in to a live stream than here on Thursdela Thursday, my friends?
That is so true, man. You know,
I gotta stop eating chips now so I can talk again.
I gotta say, guys, you know, the nature of man, like I was thinking about this the other day, or today rather, earlier today. Like the nature of man, like we talk about like primal stuff. Like we talked about it, I think yesterday, or not yesterday, on Taco Tuesday, Keeps Dad, where we talked about what is the future? Like, what does the future hold for humanity? Like, what is the go arounds? Like you talked about, huh?
That's what the future holds. Twinkies, lots of them.
No, I mean like you know, you talked about how we've come along so much in the last 100 years or so with technology, and how we ended up like we're circling back. We become these humans in the future where we've relied on too much technology, but also at the same time integrated technology with some of the old ways as well. It seems like to me that that's where we're going in the future, is like you can only make a cell phone so big, like it's not even going to fit in your back pocket anymore. And
I mean, okay.
And like it seems like, where else can we go with it? Like how much further can we go with it? Our cell phones going to go back to being so small. They're going to figure out a way to take everything that you can from a computer and then pack it into a smaller cell phone as opposed to a large cell phone. They're going to compact it even smaller down the size.
Well, you got to keep in mind the visual. That's the only important thing that you want to be larger and higher definition. But that'll be optically implanted, my friend. You won't even really need the cell phone anymore. You'll have a
I'll actually be devil's advocate here. I don't think we're gonna. I think we're about to hit a stopping point. I think we're about to hit a stopping point, and we're going to be in a technological dark age. I don't mean
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I don't mean like we're not going to have cell phones, we're not going to have computers, but I think the intelligence in people I'm seeing just going down, you know, and there's cause for it, and I hate to say it, but we used to live in a survival of the fittest, you know, either the smartest or the strongest or but that's not true anymore. In fact, in the United States, we have just the opposite. The people who are successful are not having kids. It's the people who are less successful, if you know what I mean. they're the ones having kids. And so we're not survival of the fittest anymore.
No. If you really think, I was thinking about this the other day, and it's kind of on topic, and it's a little bit kind of in a different direction, but I can't help. I want to bring it up because you just jarred that thought. We still have like a survival of the fittest. Like, for instance, let me give you an example. I was like, well, who doesn't survive? Well, people that are prone to be unhealthy don't survive. People who are bad drivers don't survive. Can you imagine how many, like, the bad driver gene should have been eliminated a long time ago, you'd think, right?
Right.
But there was probably a time when there was a good portion of us who were bad drivers, but they just haven't survived over the years, correct?
No, I don't know. That's where the laws come in, because now they start passing laws. They take away your freedoms to be like,
yeah, but if you still can't stay in the lane, you can't stay in the lane, right?
For now. But people who were too dumb to put on seatbelts now they do, simply because they don't want a ticket versus them dying in a car accident.
Right. And that was just one example. I'm just trying to throw it out there, just for an example purpose, but I'm not so sure that I 100%, I'm just saying that would be something else that people that are, I don't know. I guess really you have to think of, well, how do most people, what is the leading cause of death? And it's really poor health, isn't it?
Heart disease. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Anyway, I took us a little bit on a squirrel there, and I apologize for that.
Hey, I mean, I could talk about that, because now you stirred the thing about negative. Like I said, going into a dark ages. I mean, and we're seeing crazy. This is where the conspiracy theories really come in. It's crazy amounts of conspiracy theories. I'll be honest, I don't think we had it 100 years ago. We didn't have anything like this, heck, even in the dark ages, I don't think we were that bad. There was common knowledge, but we don't have common knowledge anymore. I don't believe we have a evolution of common knowledge anymore. It's let me tell you this. I don't know anybody that can go out right now and get the raw materials you need to build a cell phone and make one. If I needed to, if all of a sudden I needed to recreate this technology, I don't know anybody that could. Like, for instance, everyone goes, you know what? You could be rich, right? If you were to, like, let's say I teleported, Saji, let's say I teleported you to the 1200s. All right. You would think, wow, I could be so super successful, because I'm from the future. I could invent things that I know of. But could you really? Not unless I had studied ahead of time and prepared myself. Exactly. I mean, because we're just we've been standing on the shoulders of giants for so long that heck, we probably, even in the 1200s or the 13th century, we'd be considered morons. We probably couldn't even start a fire by ourselves, most of us, so even though we're so technologically ahead, we think we'd be able to, like, give sage-like advice and stuff, being from the future, but in reality we wouldn't be able to. We'd be like, oh, I can make gunpowder. We just take these chemicals and put it together. Even if you knew how to make gunpowder, they might not have even had those chemicals back then. What are you going to do then? And how do you find the raw material to get the gunpowder? Yeah, and not to mention that, I mean, navigating, a boat through over the ocean using the stars. I mean, I've never actually done it. I know that it can be done, but I'm not well versed on it. I don't know. There's probably a lot of things that I should be better at if you were just going back to what basic frontiersman skills are, right? Yeah, well, I mean, if you think about it, if you were to treat, here's a good question for both of you, right? If I teleported you with all the knowledge that you have right now into the 13th century, and I say 13th century because it's kind of like the Dark Ages. It's like the end of the Dark Ages, right before the Renaissance period. Um, what would you do? What would you show them to say, "Hey, I'm special"? You couldn't bring any technology with you, just your brain.
It's an interesting thing to ponder. I think that the only thing you would really have would be your knowledge of the future, like of forthcoming events. That would be the one thing you'd have to your advantage. But as far as applying applicable scientific know-how, I mean, unless you prepared ahead of time, it'd be whatever limited knowledge you had.
But even that, I don't think would be very useful when you say, "Oh, future events." I mean, if somebody came back to our time and said, "Hey, in 400 years, this is going to happen," you're not going to believe him. You're going to think he's a dolt, unless you wrote it down. I mean, not Nostradamus died poor, if I recall, and he wrote a bunch of books, but he died poor. So it's like, even if you had knowledge of the future, what good is that to you in the 13th century?
Yeah, I mean, unless you're right though. I mean, and plus, I mean, how much do I really know about back then? I mean, the best I
Right.
could probably do is tell you who won the World Series in the 1960s.
Yes, I know. Like, what knowledge of the 1250s do you have to be able to give useful historical knowledge? I mean, it's one
Right.
thing to say 9/11 and all that stuff,
Well,
but
not only that, but there would be a language barrier too, because there wasn't even like English the way that we know English now.
yes,
Didn't
this is
exist.
before
Are you trying to say?
Shakespeare.
Are you trying to say I would have the hardest time trying to order a caramel macchiato?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
The one that I thought of while you guys was talking is like, I mean, you could draw them a picture. Like you could draw pictures of like cell phones or computers or airplanes or whatever the case may be. You could draw the pictures and like just point stuff out, but that language barrier, that's going to be a huge problem.
Yeah,
And not
so
only that, but
okay.
the other thing is, what are these things? They're not going to know. Like, okay, so what? So you drew me a picture of this, or you drew me a picture of that. There are pictures of modern things drawn and caves and then tombs that we know about that exist that they actually drew back then, like astronauts and airplanes and cell phones and stuff like that exist in Egyptian tombs. But that doesn't mean anything to us. Just like if we drew stuff from the future, if we went back then and drew stuff from the future, it wouldn't mean anything to them, you know? It's just
Yeah, it wouldn't. I mean, so you do bring up a good point, right? Because this is a really good thought experiment. This experiment is, if you are put back in ancient times, could you become rich with the knowledge that you have? You're thinking that we've evolved past, and one of the things you mentioned here, bro, is maybe you could describe aerodynamics to them. That's a good one, because we all do have a basic concept of aerodynamics that I would think would be beyond what they had.
Right. And I also say this somewhat facetiously, but I'm doing the thought process, and I came to this. How long before the average person comes to this thought as well? All the things that you've seen as seen on TV items. Because if you can remember some of those, you might be able to make yourself at least rich or something, right?
If you do what? Say that again.
The as seen on TV items, like all the weird infomercial things that have been successful along the way.
Materials. You'd have to have the materials. You'd have to.
Yeah.
Not only that, but you'd have to have the know-how.
Yeah.
Like,
Like if you just send an
Like-
average schmo like me back to the past, and I mean,
I could do the George Foreman grill, man. I'm telling you, I could beat George Foreman to the punch. Get it? To the punch.
I mean, if we're talking about the like, if we're only going a few decades early, that's different because those are the shoulders we stood on to get to here. But if we go beyond those shoulders and those shoulders and those shoulders, we tend to be kind of useless.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's where the weird thing is imagine someone from the future coming into our century. It's probably the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know,
it's good. I mean, just once just the culture shock alone is huge. Then just getting past that, everything else. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like, do you even think of it? Do you know how to use a teletype?
No, but I used a typewriter before.
I mean, a typewriter, but or a telegraph, or an old printing press. I mean, these are technologies we have no knowledge of, but they probably did back then.
We don't have to even go that far back. I mean, like, if you showed a generation of people today a stick shift, for example, or you showed them, like Sadji said, a typewriter, or something that even we grew up with, like the generation of today,
a corded phone.
Yeah, a corded phone.
Well, what is it called? The ones where you did the 9 and then they go 8, 6, like it swung backwards.
Rotary.
Yeah, rotary. Yeah.
But you show them the generations today, like there was somebody that made a joke. If we lost all of not power, but like the whatchamadoodles, if we lost all of the whatchamadoodles and then had to go back to these ways, the generation that came before us would be totally fucked.
Yeah, they would never be able to win the free concert tickets off of the radio station using the rotary phone, my friend. But I actually did it once.
Use a rotary phone.
Yeah, I used a rotary phone to be the ninth caller for the radio station. Yeah. And I even told them that I did it on a rotary phone. They thought that was quite impressive. Yeah. It was in the time when rotary phones were kind of phasing out, or pretty much phased out. But some people still had them, like your grandparents and people like that.
But the whole point I wanted to make, though, was the point I was making, like, we think of our future as though we're going into the Star Trek future, right? Where everything is instant and everything is blah, 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 and so forth and so on. But I think of our future as though we're going to be a mix of two different things. Like, we're going to be a mix of either the Bronze Age, I don't know if it's the Bronze Age or like the not cavemen, but when they used axes and swords and wizards and all that stuff, that age.
All right.
Mixed with technology, much like, and we talked about this, Keith's dad, much like they did on He-Man and the Masters Universe. It's going to be more of a Masters of the Universe future than it will be a Star Trek future.
So kind of medieval-esque, you might say.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Now here, I kind of see it becoming more of an automated society. Like everything is just scanned and automated. Like you don't ever shop for variety anymore. You just get a pound of rice, or you get MRE meals that are already manufactured to have its exact amount of substances and flavor, and you get like a 3-spice variety, a very limited selection. Everything is bland and boring. Yeah.
What if this? I'll add something to what you're saying. What you're saying is pretty cool, by the way. What if not only that, but it's not just regular food, it's not just regular meals, it's just not regular clothing. What if our 3D printing technology has come so far advanced by then that it's not just like you get on Amazon or you get on the store, instead of them shipping things to you, they send you a print code and you could print out actual food, clothes, television, computer, whatever you need, microphone, you know, a new He-Man toy or whatever.
Even a salad, you can, everything will become more and more and more synthetic. It'll it'll become so synthetic that you will the argument for living in a simulation will seem more and more applicable. Even though it's going to be your harsh reality. Everything will be virtualized. Your worth will be virtualized. Nobody will actually have any coins or something. Everything will be digitally kept track of.
I mean, going to Saji, just touching on what Saji was thinking of the future, that sounds very 1984-esque. Is that what you're talking about?
Where I think everybody will get their even. Yeah, everybody will get their even rations because because everything is going to be about conservation and streamlining systemologies and yeah.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's a good idea, man. I never thought. I mean, it's not a good idea. I'm just saying you're probably right on the mark there, sir.
I mean, I think we probably. How far ahead are we going? I think that the star.
Let's say we're going to the 24th century.
Okay, I think the Star Trek future is incredibly unrealistic because one thing about the Star Trek future was they seem to know all the trends and mostly everything about 20 or 1990. You know, they were pretty much experts on the 1990s for some reason, and I don't think that would ever happen. Picard.
But you know what?
We had
I'm sorry.
money and stuff.
I don't mean to cut you off, but I want to add just one last little aspect because I don't want to sidetrack into Star Trek before I finish it. I think that they've already came up with the technology, and I think it's for everybody to apply their own discernment. But if you don't notice it, then just pay attention to what's happened in the past year or two. But they're creating ways to influence us, society, our docileness and our hostileness. When they need hostile, they know how to create hostility in us. And look at certain areas where you see lots of hostility actually occurring. When you need docile, they know how to bring out the docile in the general population as well. And I think people are always talking about how they're manipulating the weather. Did you ever stop to think that maybe everybody's staring at this little black piece of glass and having sensory overload through it, that it might have some possible effect on your mood and your behavior, that it could possibly have some effect on that? And
could.
Just possibly. And that's all I'm going to say about it, because I don't want it to sound too tinfoil hat club, but I think it's something to think about. That's all.
Well, that hasn't. See, here's it really boils down to the human behavior, and I know how much we all think. Oh yeah, we're all individuals, but in reality, we're really not individuals at all. We are social behavior creatures. We are not individuals. The people who why do all people who say they're individuals all have purple hair? Like it's one of those things where I when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, I didn't want to be part of the status quo, so I was goth, just like all the other goths. Like, I mean, I still followed something, conspiracy theorists. It's a group, we are creatures that follow other people, that we are I mean, I hate to say it, but that's just who we are. We're, very few of us actually stand out as leaders. Heck, even the leaders tend to be followers.
Oh yeah, and you can get caught up in a moment too. I mean, when we're talking about the whole, protesting thing, a person who happens to be there to show up to be supportive of the cause, but maybe has never actually. They don't really have any like true activism thoughts in their head. They don't really mean they're not. They had no intention when they left the house that morning of throwing a brick at anything. They weren't angry, but they got there and the heat of the moment. Everybody's raising their fist. Everybody's screaming out loud. And then all of a sudden, people start throwing some bricks and someone hands you a brick and you're like, yeah, fuck the man. And you throw the brick too. But you weren't, but you're caught up in the moment. You're behaving that way because of the group activity. It's the insatiability of the moment. You were drawn to do things you wouldn't normally do, and it is a real psychological thing that occurs.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. It's when it comes to following somebody, and not to, I hate to keep bringing it back to Star Trek, is that as human beings,
Yep.
we're actually more like Klingons because we have to become loyal to something. We have to, become loyal to either an idea or another person. And just because, for instance, Biden is our president, I hate to say it, but he is our president. And, I might disagree with him on stuff, but this is the America that I chose to follow, that my loyalty is with. And regardless of what happened during the election or whatever, he is officially the president, and I accept that, and so I do my best to, just accept it. And if Biden was to put us to war, yeah, I'll be honest, it would be tough because this is what I chose to put my loyalty in.
All right, Hebrew, you got anything you want to add to that?
I'm eating Fig Newtons.
All right.
What wonderful addition to the conversation.
I was looking at chat. Modifiier's been putting a lot in here. She was saying,
Modifier's been on fire.
Yes.
"Oh yeah,
yes.
that girl is on fire. She is on fire." Let me see here. Man, it's like, where do I start? She also wanted to ask if Sir Patrick Stewart was knighted way back when. I forgot to ask you that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he got knighted.
Yeah,
And
remember exactly
says the same but different but the same, talking about the everyone who tries to be an individual ends up being all the same, which is weird because it's like we all know what a Karen is, right? right. So even people who have no relation to each other, don't know anybody else like that, basically, for the most part. They all behave in similar ways. That's what we do. We all behave like other people.
Here's a good analogy. You know how each snowflake is unique and different, like no two snowflakes are identical?
Yes.
Well, the humans are like that. No, we are all unique and different in our own unique way, just like everyone else.
Yes.
But where's the butt? I'm waiting for it. Come on.
No, that was it. Just like everyone else. Get it? Like
okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say humans are like snowflakes. They're all individual snowflakes, but when they hit the ground, it's all the same color.
Well, that works too. But that's the thing that we all have in common. We're all the same in the fact that we're unique, but we're all the same. I mean, it goes back to the old saying: the more things change, the more they remain the same. It's a paradox, if you will.
Speaking of paradoxes, is Michael Fontaine still here?
I don't know.
He was a couple of minutes ago. As of a
Oh.
couple minutes ago, he was still here.
Well, let me ask him a question and see if he responds. Michael Fontaine, would you like to get on the panel with these two guys? That's my question.
Oh, okay.
I think what we'll do to kill the rest of the time is why not? Just throw him on the panel.
Wait. You're gonna let Michael Fontaine into the same chat that I am for the first time ever?
Oh, is
What do you mean you're gonna let Michael Fontaine in on the live stream?
We know not to call out. Michael Fontaine has been wanting to talk to me for such a long time here, and it's never really happened. But could it be happening now? Is that what?
I don't know. I saw Milo Fire say something about good thing she's not on the panel. Why don't you throw that link out there? See who is brave enough to step into Thursdela Thursday.
That was Michael Fontaine who said that.
Yeah, he did. No, she said it too.
Really? I know he said it just a few 5 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah, you're right. No, she said good thing or foreheads ain't looking like that. The Klingons. Oh, okay. But no, I will.
Yeah, I that was my fault. You know, you got to get it right or pay the price.
I want to. We could get Milo Fire in here so that I can nerd out on Doctor Who with her, because you guys don't know anything about it, and she seems to be knowledgeable on it, which is great. That's something.
I'm going to throw the link in there, and then I'm going to step out for a while. And then
I see what you're doing here. Come on in, Michael Fontaine. See you guys later. Have fun playing with Michael Fontaine.
He's gonna throw us to the lions and run away.
Sacrificial lamb, Saji.
No, what I'm just saying. Now listen. Now wait. I'm going to give him about 30 minutes. He's got a 30-minute time limit. And if the conversation is smooth and it's flowing, then I'll allow for a lot longer. But if it's sort of like just talky talk, and he doesn't have much to add to it, then just 30 minutes.
All right, we'll give him at least 30, yeah, and I'm sure he'll be able to get his message across in that amount of time. I mean, unless he's got something prepared.
Plus, if someone else wants to jump on, I want to give them a chance to talk. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Do you hear what I say? I'm going down by the bay to eat some hay.
What do you say?
All right, here we go. I'm sending the link into Hangouts. I mean, not Hangouts. The hell's the matter with me? Into the chat. I need to go back to my Noble SD persona. At least I'm a lot calmer. Like, hi. How you guys doing? I'm from Canada. Wait, let me say that with like I have a mouthful of food in me. Hold on. There you go. Hold on, let me try this. All right, here we go. I don't know why. How you guys doing from Canada? There we go. I think I got that down. So there you go, Michael Fontaine. I sent the link. It's right there. You come on in here. Milo Fire, you come in here too. You're more than welcome. All right. I'll see you guys in 30 minutes.
What do you...
How does he let people in? What? Is he just... Oh, look, Michael Fontaine, there he is.
What's up, Keith?
What's going on?
It's been a while.
Michael Fontaine, the man, the myth, the Michael.
Yes.
All right.
So go ahead. Yeah. All right.
All right. So here's the question for you, Michael Fontaine.
Yeah.
If you were put in 300 years ago, what would you do to become rich?
Reinvent the wheel.
Well, I mean, the wheel would have already been invented.
No, I'd reinvent it with stone instead of wood.
Oh, okay. All right. Go back. Okay. Go back to stuff.
Hey, it works.
Well, what would you call your new wheel? The Fontaine wheel?
No, probably the grinder.
The grinder. All right. Well, yeah, I guess that would work. All right. Well, there you have it. The grinder. He revolutionized the wheel, my friend.
Yeah, because it takes all the stuff and makes dust out of it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So, what else is good with you, man? What's the latest and greatest? What's the happenings? What's going on in the world of Michael Fontaine?
Well, like you guys were talking about a little earlier, my wife, she woke me up a little earlier and she goes, Mike, you might have to like quit smoking or change to regulars. I'm like, what? She goes, what is it, the FDA banned menthol?
Yeah, they're looking to ban it within the next year. What are your thoughts on that?
That's like totally wrong. It didn't do anything to anybody. And then she was telling me a little later that they're kind of going like more black men buy it, that kind of thing.
Yeah. That's what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, and I smoke menthol lights. I tried the menthols, and I was like, well, these don't really taste like menthols. And then my father-in-law got me a bag of lights. And
well, let me ask you this: would you just assume quit smoking as to have to smoke non-menthol?
Oh no, I mean it's more of a pleasure type thing or stress thing. Either you get stressed out or you get too much endorphins, I guess they are.
No, I mean I'm a smoker, so you don't have to explain smoking to me. But what I'm trying to get at is would you, if you can't have menthol, would you just assume not have a cigarette at all if you can't have a menthol cigarette? Yes or no?
No, I think what he's saying is that he would still smoke because of the reason why.
Yeah, for the reason why you smoke, but you would smoke less then maybe.
Well, I don't know. You see, my great grandfather was 92 and he smoked a pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same here. My grandpa smoked a pipe, but he didn't smoke it every day.
Oh, mine did.
Yeah. He smoked it often, but not like, it wasn't like he always had it like all the time. You know what I mean?
Well, I tried doing the pipe. I never liked it. It took too much work.
It's because of sophistication, I guess, right? You have to be like pack it in there. Then you have to light
and it's a really bold thing to do. Like you're getting some concentrate. It's like, I mean, I don't know if you smoke weed, but versus a joint versus a bowl pack, there's a big difference.
Yeah. I mean, it all depends on what you want, but I find it easier to just smoke. And if we go to res and like the res, sorry, the res, they say we don't have to listen to the states. So, they're sovereign. They don't have to do anything.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and if other countries don't do it, there's going to be a black market, and I think people will find a way to go ahead and mentholate them themselves, or there'll be a black market way to do that. I mean, it's not like people are just going to give up. Well, the government said no. Guess that means we don't do it no more. That's not happening.
Yeah, and then like I remember the day I was going to basic, I was in Atlanta, Georgia, and I had bought a pack of Marble Smooths. Oh, it
Marlboro.
said he dropped out.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Well, I guess it's just us.
Yep, just me and you. We'll run the show.
I guess so. But hey, did you think that was funny? We call the one show "Tis the Season" for cast iron.
The what? They called the one. Say that again.
"Tis the Season" for cast iron cooking. Remember I told you about it a long time ago? No, you probably don't remember. Are you still there?
Oh, I was muted. I was muted the whole time. I was talking with you.
Oh.
No, I don't really remember. But do you collect cast iron? We could talk about cast iron for a second.
Well, no, I don't exactly collect it, but since you brought it up the one time, I was like, you know what? I got a few cast irons. I got a griddle and a flat pan.
Ooh,
What do you call that?
the flat pan
Yeah, it's the griddle
griddle.
and the
Yeah.
grill.
How well, is it a griddle with ribs on it? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
The grill you're talking about? Do you know how old they are?
Well, I just got them in like 2012, I believe.
Oh, okay. So they're either Lodge or Chinese, whatever, Asian.
They're from Sears.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they could be both. Because I think Lodge did carry. No, they probably just carried Lodge.
Oh, but yeah,
That's the only American. It's the only American cast iron company that still exists.
But yeah, my one I got my 10-inch pan and my small pan and my 8-inch pan. The handle fell and it broke.
When you say 10-inch and 8-inch, do you mean a number 10 and a number 8?
Well,
Because
it came in
those
a
are a little
3-piece set.
different.
Yeah, it came in a 3-piece set, and the I guess the 8. I guess I dropped it and the hand broke.
You know what? Do you know why I say number 8 and not an 8-inch? With cast iron, it's a little different.
Yeah.
Back in the day when you had your stoves, your cast iron stoves, or just any stove in particular, you had little eye holes that you would put your pans on. You would just pull them out if you've ever seen an old timey stove, and that hole would be your measurement. So if that hole was 8 inches, then you would get an 8-inch pan. But your 8-inch, your number 10, your number 10 pan is actually more like a foot across. It's more like 12 inches across from rim to rim.
Oh.
Only the lip on the bottom of it would be that 10 inches, but the actual, that's why they just call them a number 10 and number 9, is because the measurement of the pan is all different. You could have a pan that was huge, but the lip on the bottom was only like a 3, and it would fit onto a 3-inch little eye hole, I guess is what it's called. And they still, what's weird is even though we don't have those stoves anymore, they still use those numbers. No idea why.
I think it's the 3 I made meatballs in. I baked them.
Ooh, I love meatballs.
Yeah, I baked meatballs in a number 3, and it was for my daughter. So I was like, oh, I'll make some meatballs because she doesn't eat chicken nuggets. So I made a whole chicken in the bigger pan. That was a week and a half ago, and that came out nice.
Nice. I'll tell you what, the thing I like to do most with my cast iron is steak.
Steak, yeah, I gotta try it, but I made mustard chicken once.
Mustard chicken, okay.
Yeah. You put the chicken in there and you dump the mustard. I used the Weber's horseradish mustard, and it came out amazing. It was so tender.
Oh, see, I love putting horseradish on stuff.
But this is horseradish mustard.
Right. Yeah, I would love that. That sounds so good.
Oh, you want me to tell you about the Mandela effect?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Michael Collins, he just died a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Okay. They CBS News, they showed his little dedication for like 30 seconds. And they said that he took the lunar lander, flew like 68 feet for 48 minutes around to the back of the moon, and the only thing he was worried about if something went wrong, then he would have to leave his friends Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin behind.
Okay. Wait, say that again? Say it one more time.
He took the lunar lander and he lifted it off the ground like 68 feet, and for 48 minutes he went to the back of the moon, and the only thing he was worried about, if something happened, he would have to leave the other two behind while they were on the lunar surface.
I'll tell you what, I even listened to that time, and I'm not quite. Neil Armstrong went to the other side of the moon?
No. Michael Collins, the pilot,
went to the other side of the moon?
Yes, like the back during Apollo 11.
Did he?
That's what they said.
I don't. The moon might be small, but it's still like the size of the United States, isn't it?
Well, I don't know, but I never heard of that before, and it was never in any history book.
Yeah. 1/4 the diameter of Earth. There's no way he went to the backside of the moon. I don't think we've ever landed on the backside. It would have been too cold.
But do you get what I'm saying? They said he did that, and I was like, when? I was like freaked out. I was like, when did that happen? I thought they stayed on the moon. All three of them. The pilot was inside, and the other two were outside.
Yeah.
That's what I remember hearing. Now,
I've never heard anything other than that.
That's exactly what it's saying. I've never heard Michael Collins took the thing for a joyride and came back.
I mean, we're talking about the. Did they have like a lunar
Moon
wheel?
No, the Apollo 11 mission with Buzz and Neil Armstrong.
You're gonna make me look this up. Apollo 11.
I sent you the link to your Gmail so that you can see the video. That's why I said, give me a minute and then I'll send you.
I can't watch the video right now, but I will.
You'll understand what I'm talking about because I never heard of this until he died. And I was it says Apollo 11 on the.
Oh yeah, Command Module pilot Michael Collins flew the Command Module Columbia alone in lunar orbit while they were on the moon's surface.
Never heard of that.
I never heard of that either.
See, that's a Mandela effect to me because I've never heard of it, and I kind of freaked out. I'm like,
so wait. Okay, so hold on. Oh, okay. So they have Columbia, which is the command module, and Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin were in a module. So they had a home ship, like a mothership, basically.
I have no idea. I've never heard of that.
Never heard of it either.
Yeah, I just found this out like a day or two ago, and I was just like, no, no, really? That happened? Because I've never heard of that.
Huh.
Why do you think I freak out with stuff half the time?
Yeah, that is pretty cool. I'll be honest. I have really never heard of that.
Neither have I. That's just weird. I find it weird. I mean, it's cool, yeah, but you know, if you didn't hear it and then you hear it all of a sudden, it's like, what are you talking about? That's not what we were told.
Yeah, no, I always thought that. Okay, so I always thought that they lifted off, and then their module kind of came off of the top of the rocket.
That was
And
what to go to Earth.
yeah, when they left Earth, you have the whole huge, the huge thing.
The cylindrical cone looking.
Yeah, the cone thing with all the gas, all the jet fuel and stuff in it, and I got that, but then
But they left legs behind.
yeah, they leave that behind, and all they have is their little module, and that's the module that landed on Earth or the moon. That's the module that landed on the moon. So yeah, I would say, I didn't think that there was a mothership. I mean, for lack of a better term, mothership.
I have no idea. This is what I just found out, and I'm like kind of freaked out. Sorry, man. I don't mean to break it to you, but you're kind of new to the Mandela effect stuff.
Not only am I new to it, for the most part, I don't believe in it.
Okay, that's cool.
I am definitely the Mandela devil's advocate. The
not,
least popular person on this channel.
I'm not gonna say anything to you. I just figured, that's a good conversation starter besides cast iron.
Yeah, so when it comes to Mandela, I totally get some of the understandings, like the Berenstein Bears, which is the most bizarre thing. I mean, it's the most bizarre thing I've ever heard because it's absolutely correct. I remember it one way. How to spell Fruit Loops, I always thought was weird. So the things exist, but I for the most part, it's just, I think it's one thing that's not researched enough is our brain condition, because when we remember things, a lot of times our brain will take shortcuts.
Okay. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. All right. Now, do you remember Funky Cole Medina?
Yes.
Okay. If you look it up real quick on your own screen, look up the lyrics to it.
Funky Comedina lyrics. All right, dig it.
You can help me out with this. All right. You got it?
Yep.
Okay. Now go to the part where it says, "Hi, my name is Sheena."
Holy smokes, there's a lot of words in this.
It's like the third or fourth paragraph. I don't remember, fifth maybe.
Hi, my name is Sheena. Okay, yeah, I got it.
Okay, now scroll down to where it says, "I don't mess around with the Oscar Mayer wiener."
So I threw him out. I don't fool around with no Oscar Mayer wiener. Yes.
Okay, see how it's spelled?
Yes.
Okay, that's how we remember it.
Okay.
Okay, that's how we remember it. We don't remember it as M-A. We remember it as M-E.
Oh, got you.
You see what I'm saying?
But again, do you remember that way because that's the way that it's pronounced? Or are you remembering it that way because that's where it gets weird, is because your brain takes things the lazy way.
See,
All
I'll
our
step
brains.
in on this. I'll step in on this. Also, that has
Oh,
a
you're all back.
change for me for me, because I remember the song, I remember, my baloney has a first name, it's Osear. My baloney has a second name, it's Mayer. That's how I remembered the song. So that to me is definitely not a change. For me, it isn't anyway.
Well, for me, it is.
I do get what you're saying, but the song hasn't changed.
But
at least not. But the letter. The people that remember it differently claim they remember it differently because they remember the song differently.
Yeah, well, Oscar Mayer is an easy one because I mean, if I was to say, context out, take context out. If I was to say to spell Meyer, you're all going to spell it with two E's. You would never spell Meyer with an A. So if you were to store that in your brain just to be easy, you would of course you're gonna spell it with two E's, is what I'm getting at.
I never heard it like that.
I know what you're saying, Keystad. As far as like as far as our like our brain's natural memory skills is just going to take the most common association and associate that with the memory, because that's the lazy way to remember it. And there's truth to that.
And we say most lazy, but the better word is efficient.
Okay, yeah, that is a better word, and that probably is a factor. And I'm not. It would be ill-witted of me to pretend like that's an impossible realization. You know what I mean? But that's easier said than done with the person who has like the tattoo of it, because he remembered. He had he collected. His grandpa worked at Oscar Mayer, and he he adamantly knows for sure that he was part of the thing, and he knows it was different, And that guy's his only reasonable solution is it mustn't change. But I know what you're saying, and I get that. But then it's one of those weird examples of like not the strongest.
Oh,
the strongest example of a Mandela effect, because
am I the only one losing Saji here?
Yeah. Did you lose me? Am I gone?
No.
I was going to say, I don't think that's of all the Mandela effects in the world, that one doesn't carry the strongest amount of water, because I think it would be something where somebody could easily have misremembered. And it's an easy one to poke at. It's an easy target. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean all those weird spellings. Yes, because again, you remember them the way that you would spell everything. That's the way that you remember them. Berenstein Bears. I mean that's a big thing. Not to mention when we did read the Berenstein Bears, we're also reading a whole lot of other Hans Christian Andersen books, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was German, so you get used to the German spellings of things.
Yeah, see, I remember him as Hans Andersen Christensen and not Hans, but that's like the whole Han versus Han Solo. Like I hear a lot of people, including what was the black guy's name? Lando. Yeah, Lando. Lando calls him Han, but everyone else seems to call him Han. Or no, Lando calls him Han. He go, yo, Han, when we gonna go over to the next system and play some dice or something? But we all remember him as Han. Like everyone else calls him Han. Like you don't go over the Millennium Falcon and go, "Hey Han, how's it going, Han?"
Yeah, it's because it's a common German.
Only Lando calls me that. Damn it. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, no, and I had one other thing I was going to add to that. It's not like Hans and Franz are going to pump you up. You know what I mean? That's just not going to happen.
Oh yeah, it's Hans and Franz.
Yeah, Hans and Franz. Yeah, that's I mean, that's the way. I mean, I guess if you were to Americanize it, it would be Ham. You know, so you know, just like you know, it's the French pronunciation of Robert. If I was to tell you to spell Robert, if you know, that would be the kind of the same thing. We don't have an example of that. But if a guy's name was Robert and it's spelt Robert.
Oh, I see where you're going. Like that's Captain Jean-Luc Picard's brother, Robert.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But that's a common French name, Robert, and it's spelt Robert.
Yeah, you know what? And I always used to think it was Robert. Like I thought that's what he was saying, but in reality, he was saying Robert.
Yeah.
Do you think Robert likes to eat sorbet? I'm just saying.
Remember when I had so much trouble pronouncing sorbet?
I just think everybody in Jean-Luc's family is French.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're so French that they all have English accents. When did England take over France? Because that apparently that happened at some point in the future that we don't know about, because they all have British accents.
I don't know, number one.
Cancel the parade. How can you? You remember that? He says that. Can you get any more English than cancel the parade?
Oh man, yeah. So yeah, it's just there is a language barriers thing, like Mayer and Meyer, you know, like you were saying. But it also, I don't know. I just harken back to the song. You know, your baloney, if it has a last name and if it's Mayer, then gosh damn it, it's Mayer.
Well, hold on a second.
Huh?
And if your baloney has a second name, it's OSCAR. No, wait, that's never mind.
All I'm saying is, like, how do you remember Looney Tunes?
Looney Tunes, LOONEYTUNES.
Because I remember it as TOON.
That's another thing.
Because they were cartoons.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about that one also. I'm not affected by that one, Michael Fontaine, because Looney Tunes' original name was Merry Melodies. And Merry Melodies, you think of Merry Melodies, you think of tunes naturally. So that's why they called it Looney Tunes, TUNES, because it was originally called Melodies, Merry Melodies. And that's why. Now, here's the thing about that though. When they did the cartoon series Tiny Toons, they did in fact change it to Tiny Toons, TOONS. So that's why a lot of people have that Mandela effect.
You know what I think about that answer, Ebro?
What's up?
It's crazy. It's loony. It's absolutely toony.
Yeah.
Animaniacs.
I like the Animaniacs.
Yes, the Animaniacs are genius, my friend. They're genius, I tell you.
I mean, they were. I don't know if they still are. Didn't they just really come out with a new one now?
Hulu.
Yeah, I think so. They came out with a new Looney Tunes actually, but it was like it's supposed to be more woke. You know what I'm saying? Like more politically correct.
Yeah.
Like there's no Speedy Gonzalez, there's no Pepe Le Pew, you know.
All the characters we know and love.
Yeah.
I mean, Bugs Bunny was I mean, he was so politically incorrect. He used to
Oh,
dress up as a woman. Do you remember when he would
Oh,
dress
yeah.
up as a
Yeah. Oh
Now
man.
they just do 1,000 of it's duck season, it's rabbit season, it's duck season. That's what I'm assuming it's all about now.
Yeah, probably. But no, Animaniacs is supposed to come back out. And they're probably going to be woke, go woke and go broke, y'all. Yeah.
Hey, what are you saying? You saying Dot is not going to be wearing a skirt?
Yeah, she's good. I think so. I think she's going to be wearing a pantsuit.
She gonna have that I want to see your manager haircut? Is that what's gonna happen?
Yeah. The other thing is, remember how they all used to go, "Hello, nurse." I bet they take that out of it.
Oh no,
Yeah.
you can't take the nurse out.
Oh yeah.
That would be very wrong. Hello, nurse.
Wasn't there was like an adult thing on there. There was a joke about what's that guy's name, the celebrity? Man, maybe I can't think of the name of it. But they made a joke and it was very well, they made a few of them that were very like geared towards adults, you know what I mean? I think even heck the original cartoons did that, like Looney Tunes did that a lot. And we didn't get those as childs, but as we got older and became adults, you know what I mean? Like childs. I meant children as we were children. But like when you get old and you grow up, you're like, there's a lot of dirty jokes in Looney Tunes.
There really are. I mean, it was very common to do that. Heck, even Disney did a ton.
Oh, I just remembered. I'm sorry, I don't mean to catch up, but I remember they were talking about detective. They were being detective or something like that, and Prince did a cameo in the cartoon, and they're like, we forgot to. They said something about we forgot the fingerprints or something like that, and that was. They said something towards the fact he liked that too much or something. I don't know. It was very adult, very, very adult.
And then jumped on him or something.
Yeah.
She was like, "Kick me now."
But what is Milo Fire saying here, man? Let's see. Mary Melodies. That's what they originally was causing it. Called.
Yeah, Milo Fire. Now it's going to be the that's all, folks, or whatever you consider yourself today. That's going to be the new PC sign off.
Where'd everybody go?
Where did everyone go? I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, good. But yeah, I mean, we watch cartoons now, and you know, heck, I commented the other day because my kids watch a lot of YouTube now. That's what we do, and I don't watch it with them, but they started to watch different things, and now they're watching like you remember the commercials where like you would get the GI Joe kind of like now type of little skits, and to be honest, back then a lot of us just kind of ignored them. Or you had the commercial that told a moral story, and you're like, oh, you're fast forward. My kids watch those, the little moral stories about a guy who's being incredibly racist, and then he gets his up and comings, and the moral of the story is don't be racist. Like they actually watch those things.
Or like the don't do drugs.
Yeah, they watch those skits like as a thing.
I lost my internet connection. Damn it!
I remember that.
Do you need help finding it?
Yeah, it was underneath my hat the whole time. I knew it. But anyway, Michael Fontaine. Thanks for being on with us tonight, man. You're more than welcome to come on. Oh wait, no, this was a one-time thing. Sorry, but I know you've been dying to get on here with Keith's dad, and we had some time to spend. So, thanks for coming on.
Hey, can I do like a shout out?
Sure.
I mean, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna do a shout out to me because you guys keep saying my name.
There you go. Okay. Yeah, I want to hear this. I want to hear
sense of humor.
Okay.
How are you gonna do it?
You guys come up with all these like metaphors. All right. I'm gonna say it as like I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger saying in Predator.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Get to the chopper. Oh, look, it's Michael Fontaine.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, all right. Let's see.
That's good.
All right. Anybody else?
All right. I'm gonna do it like you just became Biden's new catchphrase. All right. Come on, Michael Fontaine. There you go. This one off the cuff. I'm gonna do another Biden one. If you don't know whether or not you want to vote for me, then you're not Michael Fontaine.
Sorry. I got another one.
All right, go for it.
Okay. Forrest Gump getting on the bus. My name is Forrest Gump. People call me Forrest Gump. Look, he's Michael Fontaine.
we ain't strangers no more.
I got another one.
Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Until Hebrew cuts you off, I say keep going.
All right. Forrest Gump. Let me see. Forrest Gump rescues Bubba. Bubba, what are you doing? I don't know, Forrest. Forrest, is that Michael Fontaine?
Says you got any good ones?
What do you got
Let me think. Yeah, I could probably do something.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm a traveling salesman, and I have a brand new model of sweeper, and I'm going to knock on your door and try to pitch it to you. Okay. Hello? Anybody home?
Hello.
Well, hello there. Hi, my name is Saji. I'm from the Universal Vacuum Cleaner Corporation. Have you heard of our company? You may have seen us on TV. Well, either way, I have a brand new vacuum model I'd like to demonstrate for you and use just a portion of your carpet. I assure you it will be totally safe and you'll be super pleased with the results and you'll want to purchase our product immediately. Would you mind if I just give you a brief demonstration?
Sure.
Why, thank you. I appreciate the fact that you're going to let me do this. I'm going to go ahead and get this little bit of the carpet here dirty. See me pouring all this coffee on it and this ketchup and this hot sauce, and I'm cracking a couple eggs and I'm stirring it all together. I'm stepping on it, spinning my foot and making sure it's nice and dirty. You see how I'm doing that right there?
Yep.
Your carpet's really like fucked up, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, wait till I show you the Michael Fontaine 3000. It eliminates all of the stains. Let me go ahead and hook this thing up here. Oh shit! It's not working. I'm so sorry, man. The developer assured me that the Michael Fontaine 3000, our latest product, would work. I do apologize. Bye. See you later.
Oh, that's the best one ever.
All right, that was quite a winded one.
Yeah, it was great.
I
It
want-
was great.
I want to do a winded one.
Oh man, no. Okay.
Wait, let's crack those knuckles here. Ready? All right. I'm gonna do Michael Fontaine in a style of I am going to take a movie quote and I'm going to replace every noun with the word Michael Fontaine. Okay, ready?
Sure.
This is going to be horrible. I just want to put this up. All right. Michael Fontaine. Did you order the Michael Fontaine? You don't have to answer that question. I'll answer the question. You want Michael Fontaines? I think I'm entitled to them. You want Michael Fontaines? I want the Michael Fontaine. You can't handle the Michael Fontaine. Michael Fontaine. We live in a Michael Fontaine that has Michael Fontaines. And those Michael Fontaines have to be guarded by Michael Fontaines with Michael Fontaines. Who's going to do it? You, Michael Fontaine? I have a greater responsibility than you could possibly fathom. You weep for Michael Fontaine and you curse the Michael Fontaines. You have that luxury. You have the luxury of not knowing what I know, that Michael Fontaine's death, while tragic, probably saved Michael Fontaine's. And my existence, while gross and incomprehensible to Michael Fontaine's, saves Michael Fontaine's. You don't want the Michael Fontaine's because deep down in Michael Fontaine's, you don't talk about it, Michael Fontaine's. You want me on that Michael Fontaine. You need me on that Michael Fontaine. All right, I'm going to stop right there. I can keep going.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. That was nothing's going to top that, I don't think.
No, I couldn't keep. I had a hard time keeping a straight face because it just sounded so ridiculous. But it worked so well. I'm gonna do that from now on.
That was too cool, man. It is too cool.
Did you order the Michael Fontaine?
I gotta come up with something like that. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Okay, wait. I got one that's not quite as long. And I'm going to do what you did, but a different movie. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Your Michael Fontaine sleeps in the corner penthouse of Spook Central. He's not my Michael Fontaine. I find him interesting because he's a client and sleeps above his covers. 4 feet above his covers. He barks, he drools, he claws. It's not the Michael Fontaine, Peter. It's the building itself. There you go.
All right, I'm gonna do another one. Right. Let's see if you can get this movie. Just replace every single noun with Michael Fontaine. All right. Let's see if you can guess this movie.
Did you guess that one I did? No, they didn't.
I have no idea. What was that one?
That was Ghostbusters.
Ah, all right. I got one. Everyone should know. All right.
Okay.
All right. I love you, Michael Fontaine. Don't you do that. Don't say you're Michael Fontaine's. Not yet. Do you understand me? I'm so Michael Fontaine. Listen, Michael Fontaine. You're going to get out of here. You're going to go on and you're going to make lots of Michael Fontaines and you're going to watch them grow. You're going to die an old Michael Fontaine, warm in her Michael Fontaine. Not here. Not this Michael Fontaine. Not like this. Do you understand me? I can't feel my Michael Fontaine. Winning that Michael Fontaine was the best Michael Fontaine that ever happened to me. Okay, I'm done with that.
All right. I know that's Titanic.
Yeah.
But I say this. I still say there was plenty of room on that door. I just say Oh shit! My little fire said her back is out from laughing so hard.
That was horrible.
No, when we bring the Michael Fontaine, we bring the Michael Fontaine. Let me tell you.
Oh, let me tell you. Let me tell you. You mean to tell me that you built a Michael Fontaine out of a DeLorean?
out of a Michael Fontaine, out of a Michael Fontaine. You got to say that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Hey, no, I'm done with the Michael Fontaines. I'm done. I'm done.
Okay. I'll tell you. I can do it forever.
Oh man. Oh god. But
can I do one more?
Wait. No.
Oh, no. Oh, okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'll save them.
Milo Fire wants a one more. She said, "Take it to the moon."
Hold on. I got something for Milo Fire real quick, and then he can do one more.
Okay, let's hear it.
I've got this especially for Milo Fire. Okay, here we go. I'm going to share this. I hope whoever's in charge of these doesn't sue us or YouTube doesn't take us out, but I don't care at this point. F it to hell. Here we go.
You're not cooking. Yeah, dude.
Pork chop sandwiches.
Pork chop sandwiches. Oh, get the fuck out of here. What are you doing? Go. Get the fuck out of here, you stupid idiot. Fuck, we're all dead. Get the fuck out. My God, did that smell good?
Detective, there's no going, and you tell me do things. I done running.
I love those.
Mm-hmm.
Pork chop sandwiches.
Oh yeah, pork chop sandwiches.
Oops. Wait a minute. I didn't mean for that to play. No. Oh my god. Yeah, I used to watch those over and over again back in the day. What was that? Something broke. Oh well. Go ahead, Keystad. If you got one more.
Okay, just one more. Just one more. Just more.
Just for a little while.
Okay. All right. You gotta pick this movie out. You should know it. Everyone should. Obviously, I've been picking movies everyone should know. All right, right? Good Michael Fontaine. In less than a Michael Fontaine, Michael Fontaines from here will join other Michael Fontaines from around the Michael Fontaine, and you will be launching the largest Michael Fontaine in the history of Michael Fontaine. Michael Fontaine. That word should have new meaning for all of us Michael Fontaine. We can't be consumed by our petty Michael Fontaines anymore. We will be united in our common Michael Fontaines. Perhaps it's fate that Michael Fontaine is the Michael Fontaine of Michael Fontaine.
Is it not Independence Day?
You got it. You got it. All right, I'll stop right there. I'll tell you what, we should play that game. Yeah. We should play the game of movie quotes, and someone's got to guess the quote by replacing every single noun with the word Michael Fontaine.
There you go. Yes. Oh my God, that would be cool. Because if you say the movie quotes as the movie quotes, people would probably get it a lot faster. But if you say the movie quotes as Michael Fontaine movie quotes, then yeah. So let's do that. Yeah, that sounds good, man.
Well, one of these days, it'll be a little mini game. By the way, I do think we have hit a record of how many times we have said Michael Fontaine on a show.
Oh my God, are you serious?
I mean, I'm going to guess. Someone should go back and count them. But I must have said it 50 times myself.
Oh yeah, just in the first movie quote that you did, The Few Good Men.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And Michael Fontaine, you mentioned The Lord of the Rings. I'll be honest, if you look at that speech, and we all know what speech I'm talking about if you know the movie, every other word is a noun. So one of these days, I'm sure it'll come up, but it literally is. It really
Oh my
like
gosh.
it's just Michael Fontaine's of Michael Fontaine of Michael Fontaine. My Michael Fontaine's. Like that's how it starts. So yeah,
Oh boy.
fun
Yep.
times. I mean, I'm hopped up on coffee right now, so as you guys can tell, I wasn't really in it earlier, but I'm full fledged in the show now.
Oh man, yeah, we're about to kill it, and he's like, listen. You did this to me one time during the Star Trek marathon, remember? And I was like, all right, I'll play one more, and you're like, and then halfway through, you're like, oh yeah, never mind, it wore off.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Which means I'll probably crash here in another like half an hour or something like that. Yeah.
But yeah, I'd like to thank everybody for being here, especially Michael Fontaine. And,
Definitely Michael Fontaine.
What would we do? That's like half our show.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I mean, I'll do one last one just for fun. Okay, a real short one.
Okay.
It's a game. If he gets the money, Michael Fontaine wins. If the bus blows up, Michael Fontaine wins. Well, what if you win? Then tomorrow we'll play another one. But I'm not available to drive the bus tomorrow. Busy.
I don't know.
Speed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But oh my goodness. I don't remember that speech from Speed. I just said bus. Okay, Speed.
Yeah. The little thing that came to my mind was Speed.
Yeah. And all the Michael Fontaines probably threw it off too. So
well, I think if Michael Fontaine was here, he'd agree with you.
I'm pretty sure that even if he wasn't here, you would agree with me.
Yes. But anyway, my final thoughts are this, guys. If you're going anywhere and you happen to see a penny that's face up, just walk over it. Just walk over it, ignore it, and go around it, because around that corner is going to be a $20 bill laying in the gutter somewhere, and you're going to want that instead. And also, don't cook all of your food within 2 days, because then, like on the last night, it's midnight, and then you're getting off of a broadcast and you're really hungry when you come off the broadcast.
It's the 11th hour and you're wondering where your grocery is.
Yeah, that's right. So do all that and you should be all right. But until next time, this has been Hebrew 77. And oh yeah, that's right. You guys have your final say too. What the heck's the matter with me? By the way, I'm gonna make that my new saying. Wits. You know how if I'm saying it to you, like I would say, well, what the heck's the matter with you? You know what I'm saying? But I say it towards me. But anyway, that's all I had to say. Thanks everyone for being here. And that's it.
Peace. No, go ahead. You go first, Keystad.
Okay. Going back to what we said about societies and how the societies changed. If we've become so evolved past ridiculous beliefs, just remember, we still don't put 13. We still don't number a building with a 13th level.
Yeah, because nobody wants to stay on the 13th floor because of the superstition of being on the 13th floor.
They skip it. They go right to the 14th.
But you know what? I bet you in today's day and age, if people would actually book the 13th floor if they made like you want to stay on the creepy 13th floor? It's our creepy floor. It has creepy edition stuff. I mean, I can see how that would actually be a selling point into all the ghost hunter crap and stuff, that takes place. That would be a novelty. It'd be harder to get a room on the 13th floor than anywhere else.
I don't know. Well, I think it's just because of the superstition. They just assume people are going to make it true. But unless you go to Chinatown, because you can stay in a hotel in Chinatown and they have 13 floors.
You know, it's funny. It's funny you say that, because remember at the very beginning of the show, I said I had this one thing I've been thinking about and wanting to talk about. I never actually got around to talking about it, but
there's your final thought.
I know, right? And now here's my final thought, and you bring it up. But I was going to talk about the power of intent. But so maybe we'll save that for the next time we get together. And
probably.
Yeah. And were you done, Keystad? I'm sorry.
No, I was done. That was just it. It wasn't really made to, trigger a conversation. It was just a final thought. What do you got?
All right. Well, again, I just want to thank you. Thank Ebro for having me on the platform. Thank everybody who participates in the chat. Michael Fontaine for coming on today. All of our wonderful audience that supports us and gives us the views and hits the like button and supports the broadcast. Please share with your friends. Share it on your social media. We're trying to grow our viewers. Our view counts actually kind of went down lately. So we would really appreciate any additional support you can do as far as sharing our content. And we really do appreciate you guys. And that's really all I got. Once again, I had a great time. I hope everybody listening did as well. And until next time, that's all I got, man.
All right, cool. Yeah, that does it for the Thursdela Thursday live stream. And we'll see all you guys. You know what? We may do a Saturday show. We may do a there goes Sedge. He's gone forever. Okay, let's start a whole new show, guys. No, I'm just kidding.
Put on the Star Trek show. Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Stop talking about Sedge.
Oh yeah, so stop talking about it. Okay.
I heard you guys say put on the Star Trek show.
Yeah.
What'd you say? Oh, you're talking to me all wrong. It's the wrong tone.
So just remember, until next time, when you're late for work, don't make such a big deal of it, because you can always zoom to your chair like this. Oh, but what if you don't work at a place where you sit in a chair? That's a good point.
You can move to your place on the assembly line like this.
Okay. We may do a show on Saturday, as I was saying it, but it won't be Star Trek-y. It'll be Star Wars. Star Wars stop motion marathon. I said maybe. I'm not sure if we're going to or not. But if we do, would you guys be up for it?
What am I signing up for again? I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Our next Star Wars movie, the Empire Strikes Back.
When was this taking place?
Saturday.
I'll give you a definite maybe.
Okay, how about you, Keith's dad?
I mean, I'll probably be here, but you got to answer one question. How do you chop off Luke Skywalker's hand?
How do you chop off Luke Skywalker's hand?
No, that's a legitimate question. And you're
so it's not.
Oh,
he wants to know how you literally did it.
I want to know.
Okay.
I got to skip to the end right away. How did you do it? Did you just?
Do they make a detachable hand, Luke? I mean, that would make sense.
All the Star Wars figures are detachable. So yeah.
His whole arm comes off. That would be hilarious.
Yeah, you'll be like, dude, look, there's no blood. There's no blood.
Yeah, I would be there for you.
Cool.
Can you see the 23andMe Luke trying to get his DNA test done, verify his lineage?
No. Huh? Who's there?
Not Mecha Sagi. Mecha Sagisaurus.
Oh, okay. So anyway, yeah. With all that being said, we'll see all you yahoos or yahoos, yahoo on Saturday. If not, then definitely Sunday. Definitely Shifty Sunday. This is Hebrew 77 for Keith's dad and Sagittarically speaking. And this has been Thursdela Thursday. So long, everybody. Do. Huh? Well, that does it for tonight's show. It's been real, and it's been fun. And yes, it's even been real fun. But as all good things do, they must end. But remember, there will always be another show. Oh, at least I hope there'll be another show. As long as my internet keeps going and I'm still alive, I guess there'll be another show. But anyway, until next time, remember that snakes don't always bite, but when they do bite, oh brother, it really hurts. So long, everybody. Ha ha. Yeah. Hey, do you like this music? It's completely free. Oh yeah. Dig that jam. Ha ha. See ya. Pork chop sandwich.